Take two. Good morning. Welcome to the 2018 Straight Pool 14.1 Championship. We are here at Karam Cafe in Queens, New York, right near Flushing. The room is in perfect condition. We have brand new Simonis cloth on all of the tables, and we are using Aramith, brand new sets of Aramith balls as well. So, High Rock Productions and Predator Cues have been busy getting all of these conditions perfect for you in the room, as well as the setup of all the live stream. We have electronic from Cusco. They brought in these electronic scores to bring everything and publish it to the website. We are also sponsored by Jay Peachauer Custom Cues, Tweetin Fiber, and behind me I hear, who do I hear?
Welcome again, welcome again. 14th year that we're doing this, and we've had a few multiple winners. We have a shot this year at another consecutive winner, a wonderful young player from Poland, Konrad, who won our tournament a year ago. Two great young players who are, one of them will have a shot at it for the first time. And again, I want to thank this beautiful room. It certainly is. I think of all the rooms we've played in over the last 14 years, this room really brings a lot of special things. Karam Cafe has been known for a generation as a mecca of straight pool, thanks to the great Sang Lee. Three Cushion, thanks to Sang Lee. And so we're pleased to be able to bring straight pool back to New York and to this beautiful room. And of course, Predator has helped us. Getting sponsoring and funding for these kind of tournaments is always a challenge. Getting players is a challenge. Finding the best dates you can find. So we thank Kareem, the president of Predator, for stepping up to the plate as well. Kareem?
My pleasure. I think you guys have been doing a fantastic job over the past few years, and the whole team wants to see the event grow. And when I look at your semifinals, I see young talent like what you have here. And I saw you play last week, was quite impressive. And I want to see it grow. We want to see it grow. I mean, it's important for the game. It's important for New York. And I love straight pool. You know, I learned playing pool in France, and straight pool was the first game we learned back then. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun semifinal, and we'll come back next year for even a bigger event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kareem. Andy, thank you. I would say thanks as well to Simonis Cloth. Simonis Cloth has, and Ivan Lee out in Chicago, have helped this tournament since its genesis long ago. Thanks to Ivan Lee and Simonis.
All right, thank you. So recap where we are in the match. This is the fourth day, and we are at the semifinals with just 4 left. This will be a match to 150 points. And let's see who's playing. Young player from Poland, Marek Kudlik. Marek is sponsored by Erge Beirun Folier, and his cue sponsor is Peri. His opponent, Eklent Kaci from Albania. Eklent is on the Mosconi Cup team. He's currently Europe #1 and currently world #1. Lag for break, gentlemen.
Hi, everybody. John Schmidt here, along with my good pal Jerry McWhorter. What a great match we got here. Clenty scratching off the opening break, so that's not the start he's looking for. Merrick has to make a real nice shot, hold for the 5. Or maybe
But it's
come
only a
around.
1-point foul. A lot of people think it's a 2-point foul. The 2 balls hit a rail, which I think they did. I wasn't watching that close. It's a 1-point foul. And that's similar to what happened in the match with you. He beat you to the shot, and then he just ran a pile from there.
Yeah, I scratched on that opening combo, and then he ran 100 or so. But
a 150-point game, and you're sweating the very first ball pocketed.
Absolutely. The table's playing real nice, and there's going to be very few innings, so this to let the guy in first is real tough. Now that was a nice opening shot with the early match jitters to have to just float one in like that with some right English. That was a good hit.
Well, you get a little farther out than he wanted. He wanted to get on that 5, but yeah, at this level, it's just crazy how
good they play.
If they just get get in line, they're liable to just run the set.
Yes,
which we saw have happened several times in this tournament.
A lot of pressure when the tables play great like this. You think it's easy, but you end up thinking, oh, don't let the guy at the table, and there's a lot of heat. Now, I might go into the 7-4 here lightly.
That's what he's going to do.
Just like that. He has bonus insurance, good shot.
So you look how thin you think he is on that 1 ball.
Very thin, and he's jacked up, but he's very tall, so I don't think this will be a problem. And he has a cue that's probably 64 inches long. On camera, the table probably looks low, and it's not. He's just extremely tall. And so is Eklund, or
Kaci.
Yeah, well, they say his name Clenty, and then I see it Eklund. I'm not sure how you say it, but such a great player. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually because you'll see him in a lot of finals.
There's a good shot of his sponsors on the back of his shirt.
He's looking. Now myself, if I could, and I shot this 10, I'd want to hit the left side of the 6 and let the 9 slow the cue ball down instead of hitting the right side of the 6 and possibly scratching off the 4. So he's.
Oh no, you're talking about shooting the 10
he's
ball.
He's going to shoot the 9 and drag into these balls. There's no insurance though. Oh, okay, this ball goes in the side. Good. Well, that was a smart shot.
Well, it was interesting that he didn't pick to go in, use the 10 to go into him. It was a natural angle.
Well, he didn't have any insurance, but I feel like with new conditions, the ball should open up enough that insurance is a little overrated at times. But if you can chip them open with insurance, that is the way to do it.
Maybe that combination of the green and the pink there is laying okay.
Oh, that ball passes, yeah. Of course, I'm not looking down the barrel, so the players, I'm never judgmental of their shot selection because they can see what truly goes and what doesn't, and as commentators, we can't. So there's going to be times where we're just guessing, but he hit that ball a little chunky there, cheating the pocket on purpose. Now he has his first real test here. If he has to play this 2 in the side off the rail, this is quite missable. And he's elevating, so it's very missable. Boy, he's in dead stroke. That was a great shot. A little unlucky. He's going to have to play maybe the 6 on the side. Yeah, he took a little chance there.
So he was in your group. So
he
played both of them.
I played him. Yes, I lost to Clenty, and then I lost to this guy twice. So it's no surprise that they're down at the end of the tournaments. They played. They played good. This guy here especially played good on me. Both times he ran 80 on me and like 120. So he just put me away. I didn't really have a chance to defend myself too much. Now he needs to chip this 7 ball down behind the rack just a little bit here if he can. Well, I'm really surprised he's not going to do it now. He could make a break shot here. Hard for me to question the guy that just robbed me twice though, so. He's got the 15 also, so he's just going to pick him off. The way he's playing, Jerry, in a 150-point game under these conditions, Merrick is a gigantic favorite from here. It's about even money to run 50 and apply major pressure to Kaci. You know, you get on the diamonds, and guy comes to the table, you don't always have that feeling of, I'll never get to shoot again. These tables here, there's a lot of pressure because you know you're probably not going to get a clean shot for a while. It's a nice young man, 20 years old, plays amazing, very polite, cordial, and
I like how
Yeah.
he's really taking his time on these last few balls.
yes, he does.
I think players, a big mistake is they tend to just get careless on these
Yes.
last two balls.
Oh,
on
and this
these
is
few
all that
balls.
matters right here.
Yeah, and getting the right angle, literally within an inch,
Mm-hmm.
on these last two balls is just everything.
Well, you can see what would
And
happen.
I think to further that point, I think what happens oftentimes is they see players like you, or Mika, or great straight pool players, and you guys just naturally just roll right over there, and you don't even go around and pay any attention.
Yeah.
You've been doing it so long
Yeah.
that it looks like you're just putting it anywhere and being careless.
Yeah.
When you know exactly the angle and how subtle the angle you want it to be.
Nice shot. Yeah, exactly.
And then players think, well, that tempo, and that's just what you do. And they're not. They just don't have the experience that you do. Or great straight pool players do, and they make it. That's the thing. They make it look so easy,
Right.
that they don't get careless and realize how critical those last few position shots
Right.
are. I think that's probably the strongest thing to improve people's straight pool game, is let them really stick. Because people can pick the balls off any kind of way
Right.
in the middle of the rack, and we can find ways to open balls up, and some are better than others. But when you get down to those last connecting balls to get you into the next rack,
Right.
you really got to roll with
absolutely.
just the right angle.
Well, this is a product of a country's players all playing straight pool. In America, they're playing bar box, 8-ball, and one pocket. Ooh,
now
he
that
didn't
we
do that
haven't
against me.
seen.
No, we have not seen that. But that's the match jitters, because he's not going to miss that ball practicing. So
What do you think happened there? He really missed it by
he missed
two
it pretty
balls.
bad, and it's pool's a tough game, and he's under a lot of pressure. He's playing on camera. He's probably never been this deep in a major event, and he's playing, the #1 player in the world.
He's playing a guy with a tattoo on his neck that says perfection.
Yeah, exactly. You know you're in trouble.
You know you're in trouble there.
Exactly.
The other thing, too, is that these Europeans, we never know how much history there is. We don't know.
Right. They play
Well,
all
one
the
guy
time.
will have another guy's number. or
That's right.
One guy can be the better player, but it's lost
That's
every
right.
time.
That's right.
That's my suspicion is that's came into play there.
Well, Clenty is young, handsome, #1 in the world. I kind of want to hate the guy, but I just can't. He's a nice guy. He's a gentleman. The more I talk to him, the more I'm becoming a fan of his. He acts the way I think a young player should act. And he's got the world by the tail, and he's just going to be in the end of just about every tournament he plays in. He's a little bit new to straight pool, which surprises me. I would think from Europe, they play it. I guess Albania's not real big on straight pool, but by the end of this week, he's probably a 30% smarter straight pool player than he was when he got here. His patterns are not going to be ideal, but he's going to rely on great execution, and he has a high pool IQ, so he's going to figure out what he's doing as he plays. I believe Merrick is a little bit more experienced. His patterns are very nice, so it'll be interesting to see how this style plays out. But, I promise you, Clenty just smelled blood there. When he don't take the subway. Okay. A little unfortunate. Now, he might be hooked here.
He's going to have to play this brown up table,
Oh,
it looks
boy.
like.
Well,
Or play a combination, which is no fun at
Yeah,
all.
he's in trouble.
I don't think he can see the two. I don't think the
No.
two passes. I can't.
At pocket speed, the 6-13 combination is fairly reasonable, but I wouldn't want to shoot it. Oh, yeah, he's looking at combinations.
I think the two ball passes.
Now, that right there, honestly, is a little bit inexperienced. A Mika or a Torsten, they might have chipped around the balls and had insurance and kept the cue ball from getting away from him. I'm not knocking his play. He's a great player. But I think as he gets older and plays straight pull more, he might do what he did that last shot a little bit less often. He's got his work cut out here, Jerry. He's going to make a great shot. Wow, he's going to shoot this combination. Boy, you could not put a gun on me to shoot this combination. I think you have to play the 6-13.
Man, that's just no picnic
Oh,
any
he's
way you
playing.
slice it.
He's playing the 2-13, which is probably even tougher. But if anybody will make it, it's this guy. He'll probably hit it pretty good. Oh, he had a ball that passed. Now the reason he missed that was because the 12 barely passed the 13.
Go ahead. Say that
Yeah,
again.
I mean he's got to be disgusted there because he did have an open pocket, but probably only half a pocket. And we got to keep it down here in the booth because we're not far from the players. Don't want to disturb them. Okay, so this is not the dream start they were looking for. Sometimes when you play straight pool, you have these visions of 150 and out and all this stuff, and it's not always going to go like that. You just want to get the W, even if it's ugly. The match is starting off a little rough, but
Well, for pool standards,
Yes.
it's an early morning match.
right, yes. Nice shot off the rail there. Very missable ball. And his confidence has to be a little shaken because he just missed a break shot by quite a ways. See if he can recover from that mentally.
We were talking earlier about how much both of us love the conditions.
Oh, yeah, the conditions are perfect, yeah.
You know, the pockets are allowing you
To cheat the pocket,
cheat the
and
pocket,
do the
when you
right
need
things.
to,
Yep.
to use the rail to float them in to get around that other ball. It's really conducive to playing
and
good
even
straight
and
pool.
even if the pockets were 4 1/4, I still would like the way it's like new cloth, polished balls, dry air. It's just everything you want to play great pool, and it's nice to see everybody involved in this tournament went through so much work to make everything just right. Now here's an interesting scenario. You could hit this 14 in the side with right English and turn the 3 ball out and off the rail for a break ball. You'd have the 8 straight in. It's very simple to do, and it comes up quite a bit. So he can manufacture a break shot here real easy. And he's not going to do that, and that's fine. Got to go with what you're comfortable with. He has the 2 as a break shot. I kind of like the 7-2 at the end, so he has to work his way around all these balls. I'm going to shoot the 9 here, drop down into the 12-13 area, get rid of the 6. Okay, let's get the 12-13. And at the end, 7-6-2, I think would work pretty nice.
He's got a free shot to kind of nudge that ball.
Nice. I'm not against that. Now, it didn't get where he wanted, so he's going to have to remove it.
We might nudge this pink one more to take a shot at nudging the pink, and he's still got plenty of safety balls.
Yeah, you could try to bump the pink out here, but if you don't hit it right, okay, do it off this ball, because if you do it off the 6, you remove the 6 as your break shot. Well, I can't believe he did that. Well, what's he going to use to break?
Well,
He must see something I'm overlooking here. He's going to maybe try to go into the 2 a little bit. No.
Think he was trying to nudge the 2 up a
Well,
little tiny bit? I think he was.
Possibly, but
He's wondering if it's just too low in the stack. But
right. Hate to criticize him there, but I would think he would have left the 6 for a break shot. Now he's going to have to scramble
or at least
a
a
little bit.
backup break shot.
Sure. Well, he's a world-class player, so he's going to use his experience and his educated guesses to the best of his ability, how he feels at the time. Sometimes guys shoot a shot and we think, what's he doing? But, he got this far in the tournament going on instinct, and his instincts are going to be right most of the time.
These guys are genuine professional pool
Oh,
players.
yeah.
Their job is to
Play, yeah.
play,
That's all
to
they do,
practice,
yes.
to train with coaches, and really take the game seriously.
Oh, that was gutsy. If you cut that ball a little wide through the side of the pocket, you're right on top of that orange. That was a good shot. I normally really try to lean towards making a player sound smarter than they are. but I got to be honest, he really kind of messed up a pretty basic pattern here, and I think he'd be the first to admit that. And it's probably just the jitters right now. He's over trying, he's overthinking, something I'm guilty of, and he's kind of wrecked a nice layout because he's just scrambling right now, and we've all been through that. Because believe me, this guy knows how to pick the balls off smart, and he didn't do it here, and I think that's because of the pressure, and that's fine.
Well, all he needs to do is get one or two racks under his belt.
To get a little loose, right. Good shot there. Boy, that was a nice shot. And this is going to work.
Got to get a good deep angle on this ball.
Yeah, right where he laid his cue would be perfect. Come to the side rail here and out to the middle of the table. Some bottom left English. And he hit it a little heavy, but that'll work. Good recovery.
Well, this break shot's always tricky. It's going to
yeah.
send you all the way up table.
It sure can. You can get stuck against the pile, scratch up in the corner. He's got issues. And you have to make the ball. Because at the speed he's going to hit this, the pockets are going to play a lot smaller. Yeah, this would be a great shot to get a shot after the break here. And it's going to take a little luck. On new cloth, it's easy to hit this heavy. Now he hit it nice. Now he's going to get away with it here. But he's going to have to make a great shot on this 5 to get started.
Yeah, that's always that you got to figure you're going up table, so either hit it lightly and try to stay in the middle, or blast it and go back and forth.
I would blast it
wild.
there and hope for a little luck, because you painted yourself into a corner there anyway. You're going to have to go down swinging. Now he has to make a good shot here and get clearance on the 8. So he's got problems. Check for dead balls before you do anything. Always check for the dead ones.
Talking about playing the 6, which he's going to play the 5.
Yeah, I would use the 5 because you could use the rail to kind of bobble it in if you hit it.
Yeah, those dead straight in shots scare
Oh,
people.
he is
man.
jacking up. Are you kidding? That's gutsy. Yeah, I would roll this ball and hope for the best. Hope the table rolls level. Wow, what a shot. That was a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it looks
quite
like
missile.
they'll go into the balls pretty good here. That
They're gonna
13 will
open.
kind of hold everything up.
Nice shot.
I think he got away with it. The 10 looks
I
playable.
don't know if he has a shot here. Oh, yeah, he
Yeah,
can see the 10.
10's great.
Okay. Nice overhead view by the great camera crew we got here. So he's got to just get the cue ball out somewhere where he can see something. Don't want to do too much here. He might even stop and shoot the 3 upstream.
That 15, or that red stripe, I think he's.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
It
if it-
passes.
yeah,
If it
it's-
passes, that's the
That's
shot.
the shot.
Now, do you like just trying to slide up for the 12, Jerry, or would you just draw back into
I
the
think
9?
you go lightly into the 9
Yeah.
and try to play for
Okay.
the pink.
Okay.
Or I mean, it's your break
Sure.
shot, great break shot, but try to make
Yeah,
sure
he's
you
off
hit
and
the shot.
running here. Clint, he's in a little trouble. You don't want this kid to get loose because he can play. He can flat out dab it. I promise you. I seen it yesterday. He looks a little tight right now, but when he gets going, it's not going to be fun. He knows what he's doing. He shoots super straight. I mean, I'd have to actually make him the favorite in this match. He has more straight pull experience than Clinty, so. See, I'm calling him Clinty, and on the screen it says Eclint. So
Yeah, I think it's
I'd
a
have to just
nickname.
ask him how's he pronounce it.
Eklund, as I
Yeah.
heard. I heard him was talking at the waitress.
Oh, okay.
And
Eclint.
Eklund is the pronunciation, but I think
Okay.
Clinty is a nickname. Kaci is
We'll
the
just call him
easiest.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now he's in trouble here. He's got a cluster. The 211's kind of tangled up. He's going to do well to get through this.
Do you think he should have played that little?
Well, I would
punt when
draw
he
into
opened up the 9?
into this 14 right here at high speed off this pink, just like that, just like that. Yeah, I do.
A
I
few
think,
shots ago, do you think he should have dabbed that one in?
Yeah, I think
come
so.
into the 9 a little bit.
I think so. When you get on old cloth and the balls aren't real polished, insurance balls are big. with these conditions, I'd put a little bit less weight on the insurance balls, and opening the stack will serve you well. Don't get me wrong, you want insurance balls whenever you can, but there is times where you better get them balls open and not try to overcomplicate it.
Especially considering the firepower of the people that you're playing.
Yes, exactly.
The level of these tournaments, relinquishing the table under any circumstances
not good.
is just
Right, death.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he has the 9-1s tied up, doesn't have a good break shot. He's got all kind of issues here. It looks easy, but he's got problems. Now, if you could shoot this 11, if you decide it passes the 2, I would draw right back into the 9 here. Looks like he has just a touch of angle.
he should be able to pull the 9 ball out now.
Oh, wow. What was that? Oh, okay, he's going to shoot the 14.
Didn't he have a free little bunt there?
I mean, it sure looked like it to me. He was afraid of the 9 going over and tangling up the 15-3, but I think I would have had to
That
risk it.
speed.
Yeah, I would have had to risk it there.
It seemed like a natural little carom
Right.
to float over for a break ball.
Well, he does stick to the right rules of straight ball. He doesn't run into the balls unless he has to. He plays very controlled. Oh boy, he's gonna regret this. He's gonna regret this. He actually moved the 3 into a much better position though.
Yeah, but now he's gonna have to shoot it.
I
By
think
the
he
way,
could
that's
hit the 9.
that shot is Conrad over there on the rail, who's the defending champion.
Right.
Watching this,
Yeah, he plays great too. Uh-oh. Clenty's gonna jump all over that. Well, I wish he had played like this against me. I'd still have a chance. I might could have won him. But you know, it's like golf. You see the pro golfers; they don't shoot 66 every day. They shoot 73 once in a while, and you're gonna have matches that are not at your best. And but his high gear is scary and all that. The trick, though, to doing well in tournaments, I believe, is that your low gear needs to be decent. And it is. Obviously, he wouldn't have made it this far. So his bad matches aren't going to be that
Oh, yeah.
bad. But by his standards, this is a pretty rough start. And
it's so funny, you know, that one of the matches that I played with Mario, fantastic
yeah.
player.
Oh, yeah.
First shot he opens up with 70,
Yeah.
plays safe. Next shot runs 40,
Yeah.
and the patterns were beautiful. He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
crushing the breaks.
Oh, yeah.
And then the very next round, he was playing on the table next to
Struggled.
me, struggling.
Isn't that
the
something?
balls were just spitting in
at
his
it.
face.
Yes.
I mean, he'd go into them and they'd just clump up. They just
Yep.
glue on something. He just couldn't run
Yep.
any balls. It's just the same guy.
Yep. Same guy.
Literally 20
Well,
minutes
straight
later.
pool is the kind of game where you either run a ton or none, so you look like an idiot or a genius. But him being 20 years old, they're both 20 something, I think. But Clenty might be younger than that. But it's interesting to see how some people deal with playing bad. Myself, I don't deal with it well. When I play bad, I just get so disgusted. Some players, it doesn't bother them. I don't know this young Polish player very well. I've only seen him win and play good. I'll be interested to see how he handles adversity, playing bad. He looks pretty dejected, so we'll see.
What do we have? 3 out of the finals?
Yeah, Polish players. Wow,
Polish players.
that's something. The Polish invasion. Well, they play straight pool over there. They know what they're doing. He's got to get a shot there. I go 2 rails for the 1. I guess you could go 1 rail. I probably would hit this with inside, go 2 rails. Get a little angle on the 1 ball, obviously. You like to go right to the in rail down there, bounce off about 6 inches or a foot. Okay, hit it with high right. He had a little more angle. Oh, stop. No, he
You're
won't be
glue on
happy
the
with.
rail.
Yeah, he won't be happy with this.
Jeez.
That changes things there.
That was perfect for Kudlik.
He might have to go rail first here, Jerry, and draw it out of there rail first, but he's going to risk missing the ball and scratching on the side.
In best case scenario, if he gets an angle, he's going to have a long shot.
And I don't even know that he can go rail first. This one's so near the rail. He's going to do well just to make it. Yeah,
he's going to try to get it on the long rail and take
what
the
he
shot.
gets. Oh, he overamped a little bit. Well, that'll work. He's got some angle. Good shot. Well, you know, and this is just a testament to how hard straight pull is. Here's two of the greatest players on earth in dead stroke on tables they've been on an entire week, and we've seen quite a few errors, and that's just a testament to how great it is to run those hundreds and 150s when they do it, and it puts it in perspective how hard that is and what an accomplishment it is for them, because most people just expect these guys to zip off 100 every shot, and it doesn't happen. Testy break shot here. Got to really hammer this to get the balls open.
Boy, so little angle.
Right. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, those open just.
What a shot. Yeah, for what he had, they sure did. Now,
You know that those situations are what makes me think about when people say, you know, all the shots are easy. Like, you know,
yeah, they're guys with
shot
high runs of
making,
20. You know,
shot making in this game is more important
than patterns.
than
Right.
no, than 9-ball or any other game.
Oh,
I mean,
of
the
course.
pressure, just you miss one, you go into the stack, and there's just like dead bodies
Well,
everywhere. It's just
I've won sets of
disaster.
9-ball missing several balls. You miss several balls in a 150-point game of straight pull against Torsten, you're going to get tortured. So, you know, no, you can't miss hardly anything. The shot making's huge. Now here he needs to pocket this 4. It's a tough shot, and either go into the pile, go into the 14 here with high left English. What he wants to do is get on the 4 to the 11 and shoot the 13 and rip them open.
I think he's going to spin it with outside English just
And come
just
around?
to guarantee making the ball.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's
That
just,
could work. I kind of like that. You could then go from the
You can
12
go over
to
the
the
11
13.
to that other stripe or anything, just to.
Mhm.
He's jacked up on this ball.
Wow. See, this is tough here. Jacked up especially.
The cue ball seems to be.
The cue ball's taking off.
There you go.
Right. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's just
Wow.
taking a long shot.
Wow, that's well, this 11 gets him on the 13, which is what he wanted.
Both of these guys are like 6'6".
Oh yeah, they're both huge. It'd be funny seeing him play Alex Pegalion. He'd look like a jump cue with ears out there. Tough shot. Oh, what a strike.
Stick it.
Just smoothed it right in. Now this shot here, I would go into the 5 with middle right English, and the 6 ball is going to slow the cue ball down nicely. You'll open the balls, and the 6 ball becomes like a catcher's mitt, so you can't scratch.
So you'd lay into this pretty
Oh,
hard.
I mean, pretty good speed, but I try to hit the way we're looking at the 5, the right side of the 5, not right into the 5, because then the cue ball just kind of stays there.
Right, you want it to carry him up.
You
to
want
the
to carry
6
him up
ball.
into the 6, exactly. That way you fix all kind of problems. Well, I really disagree
What's
with
he
this.
doing?
I don't know. I have no
Does that
earthly
combination
ideal.
Go? I mean, what? No. What's
Now,
7 ball? Or-
that's just,
or
I mean,
Brown?
that's just inexperience, because the 13 was the shot. And again, I'm usually not critical of players because they're the one out there playing, but that was just the wrong thing to do. And it might not bite him this time, but if you shot that same scenario 1,000 times, you know, you're going to do better with the other one. And again, that comes from not playing this game a lot. I mean, he has no insurance now, a tougher shot. Could have scratched. I mean, it worked out, but so he'll hear this commentary later and probably learn from that and use it against me and rob me the next time I play him by shooting the right shot.
What do you say? That's a nice overhead
Oh,
shot. What do you
man.
see is your final pattern?
Yeah. Wow.
6 key ball, 10 break.
Well, you want to fall on like maybe the 2, 8, 6, 10, something where it's stop, 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 you know, type stuff, if you can. Doesn't always work. Gotta punch the cube off the end rail here a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little close to his work there. Won't be thrilled with this, but this combination's pretty manageable.
He's
Or he
gonna
could.
roll one up table, I think.
I would think he could. He could shoot the 5.
It's tracked up again.
Yeah,
He's gonna roll the 9 up table.
I would shoot the
get above
15.
the balls. Or 15, yeah.
The 15 doesn't really get you a shot, though. You'd have to shoot like the 6 thinly in the side.
Well, the 15 allow you to get that 2 ball off the rail, which is usually a good idea. I liked the 9 just because it would get you above the 15,
Well,
the 2,
the reason
6.
I don't like the 9 is because you're not getting used the rails as a helper. Okay, when you hit it, it has to be hit perfect. The 15, you could like slide it in, but I'm chicken,
Right.
so I play the shots I can kind of rub
that's
in there.
really important.
Yeah,
Knowing the equipment, that's
Yeah,
really important to be
right.
able to hit that long rail and sneak it in.
He's back in line now. Now, the layout that I kind of like here is 2 to the bottom left corner, 15 to the bottom right corner, 6 on the side, 10. So he's laying pretty good to do that. But you've got to get from the 5 to the 2. You can't go from the 1 to the 2 easily. So he needs to shoot this combination and then shoot the 1 and then shoot the 5 and pivot up table for the 2.
Because you're figuring the 1's going to be left on the rail.
Yeah. Well,
Might end up-
now see if you shoot this first. Now you're going to have to work your way around. This will probably work, but well, this will be interesting to see how this comes off here.
Yeah, you're saying that the 1 is not likely to land in a favorable position
Right.
after the combination.
Yeah, because now he has to go from the 1 up to the 15 or the 2. Well, yeah, I mean, that all just... Well, he's still okay, but he's going to have to scramble a little bit.
There goes your key ball.
Well, the thing is, too, though, when I play tournament straight pull, I'd like to have the patterns look good, but my main goal is to stay at the table. Now, this will work. If he can go from this 15 to the 2, then he can shoot the 1 and pivot 2 rails. This actually worked pretty good. Just don't scratch on the side and don't get straight in on this 2. He has a small window. He wants to bounce off this rail about 1 inch. Oh, that's even better. Good shot. And just come out off the rail about 1.5 feet. Perfect. He could go 1 rail, and he can go 2 rails. I think he'll go 1 rail here. Yeah, he's just going 1 rail. Good shot. He executed well.
They're just having a hard time getting their momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's most likely, I think, what's going to happen is one of them's going to catch a gear, get some momentum,
Yeah.
and put a big number on them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there'll probably be an 80 or 100 ball run in this match somewhere. Now this break shot here, I'm kind of a fan of hitting this with just high ball, 12 o'clock. You can hit it with
200
bottom,
miles an hour.
200 miles an hour. You can hit it with bottom right, and it can work, but he's gonna hit
I've
the
watched
bottom.
you shoot this shot so many times where the cue ball is going right for the dead scratch, and then,
And then
after
the top
first
spin
follow,
takes.
and
That's
just
why I do it. Yeah.
plunges it into the first diamond.
Yeah, people think I hit it with the topspin to open the balls. That's a fringe benefit. I'm doing it to get the cue ball to arc towards the end rail and beat the scratch. I mean, that's why you hit it that way. Now, this one can scratch where he's standing, and it can scratch in the bottom right, and he can scratch on the side. So he's going to have to... Or it can come off perfect. Nice shot. And we're going to have to start with the 9 up the corner here. He landed on it real good, so he'll shoot the 9.
The 8's not.
Oh, wait a minute. The 6 might have him blocked. He might not shoot the 9.
The 8 in the side is workable. For
Well,
those
that's
young
workable,
eyes.
but missable. I might even shoot 8
Yeah,
in the corner.
I think the 9 looks fine from there.
Yeah, if he could shoot the 9, he will.
This is where you're talking about that rail. It's a big
Yes.
pocket.
Yeah, he's going to aim to the left rail. That's missable, though. I mean, that 9
Must
is
be a hair hooked,
right.
or at least tighter than you would like to.
That's unfortunate when you open up 15 balls and you don't have something to start with. But, part of the game. Do what you can do. was looking at Kaci's cue the other day. I mean, it is just huge. It's like 64 inches,
No, it's
weighs a
probably
ton.
longer.
Oh, and it looks like
It's an 8-inch
22
extension on
ounces.
there.
I don't know how he even plays with it.
It's 66 inches. And
He hit balls with my cue. It's funny. He's like, man, this feels like a jump cue. Of course, because it's like 58 inches long. I'm a midget compared to him. Now he's going to have to favor that left rail just a little bit. Make sure you don't hit the 6, obviously. Good shot. That's going to go. Good shot.
yeah.
Good shot. So the 1's the break shot, or the 6. You could very easily shoot the 3, 12, 8, or 3, 12, 6 at the end when he's shooting the 6 off. Okay, so that's going to help him decide. He should shoot the 5, 11 in the side now.
He's looking to get down on those balls on the bottom of the
Yeah,
foot of that
yeah,
pink
yeah,
and the green, the 14.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that pink goes under the 14 or not.
Well, he's coming forward to get him now, which is fine. Shot. A lot of times here, like if he would have got straight on the 4 and the 4 passes the 14, you stop and you shoot the 4, then you shoot the 14 and you come up and you brush the 11 up towards the side about a foot, and then it's a nice key ball for later. It's not going to work this time, but whenever you get a chance to do that, you want to be nudging balls out to the middle of the table, and they'll make the end of the rack look a lot easier. He got a little more straight on this ball than he would like. He has to cheat the pocket here to get on the 3. Pocket speed, nice. Well, no, he punched it in. Good shot. This is really a nice layout. He can go like 11. He can go 1, 8. I mean 1, 12, 8. He can also use the 1 as a break shot. He's got a lot of options. We're going to have a tie ball game here in a minute. But now Clenty's a huge favorite in this match. The score's about even. He's at the table. He's like a 2-1 favorite in this match, the way this table's playing. And that's where that pressure comes from, Jerry. If Kudlik gets to shoot again, he feels that immense pressure of, man, this is my last turn at the table. Probably I better do something big here. What do you like here, Jerry? Do you like the 1 or the 8? I mean, the 8's kind of
the
low,
8's
but
a
it's
little
got
low, but
such
it's
a
got
great
better
layout.
key balls.
Right. Wait, he's shooting it off. He's going to get the 7 next. Good shot. So now he has to go from the 7 to the 11 in the side, and then he's going to work his way upstream, which is fine. The 2 and then 13 in the side could work pretty nicely. Hey, come up a couple inches short here. So now, yeah, he has to back cut this 11 a little bit.
It's going to nudge the 1.
Well, he doesn't have to. He's going to probably hold his cue ball and shoot the 12 in the side. But this shot is just more missable than if he were looking straight down the barrel at it. Good shot. Now here's a shot here. It's not necessary, but he could draw off the 12 and slightly run into the 13 and move it 3-4 inches to our left, and then it's a great connector for the 1. It's not a big deal if he doesn't do that, but boy, that would work pretty well. Just like that. Now I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that was a pretty good shot.
Well, these side pocket key balls, which looks like he's going to play 2, 15. Those side pocket key balls are tricky.
Yes. Well, that's why he
opted
smartly
for the
did this
15,
instead.
yeah.
Right.
You just got to get straight in on them. The angle's no good either way.
He might try to punch this to the end rail. Nope. Now this is a tricky shot on new cloth because you'll put high right English on this cue ball, and it won't take, and your cue ball will kind of
It'll
spin over to the
right.
left. Like this takes a good hit to get right where you want. Nice shot.
Roll,
Nice shot.
baby, roll. Well, there you go.
Nice shooting. Worked his way through a tough rack. He's a giant favorite now. He probably has, you know, the intimidation factor over Merrick because he's number one in the world. He's winning everything, and you know,
Sure.
Kudlik is
absolutely.
really going to have to deal with this is like playing Tiger Woods if you're a golfer and you're playing Tiger. So it'd be a big win for him, and he might not shoot again. So if he does get back to the table, he's going to have to really make it count.
Well, you remember, this is a straight pool tournament. It's a single elimination.
Yeah, right. Yep, a lot of pressure. Now this one you could hit with draw or follow. Just depends on how you're feeling. He's going to hit it with a little draw. Hammer it. Nice shot. That's really nice when well, I'll tell you what. Didn't get much to look at. Unless he can see the 5. I don't know if he can. I think he can. But see, that's why I hit him hard too. I want more than 5 balls to come out of there when I get
Yeah.
an angle.
Yeah, this.
Torsten, you know, when he scratches, sometimes people go, oh, he shouldn't hit the brakes so hard. Well, he's won like 5 million straight pull tournaments. I say it's working pretty good.
I guess he can see the 5.
Yep, luckily he can. He's very thrilled to be able to see that ball.
Gosh, it's just.
Uh-oh.
He
Whoa.
looks dab that 6 in.
Yeah, he can.
It's just this. It's just the sickest feeling in the world to open those
Oh,
balls in,
yes.
especially when you're trying to get a little momentum
Mhm.
and you're stuck and there's nowhere to go. You start trying to play intentionals or something, but
Well, what I like about straight pull is when you play 9 ball and you get hooked from their miss, you're kicking and it's all this luck. With straight pull, if you have no shot, you can take a foul. You can play a safety. There's always a shot for you to defend yourself. And you have yourself to blame because you said, well, I didn't take a foul well, I didn't play safe well, or whatever. It's very rare that luck is what determines the outcome of a match. Now this shot here, I think he has to come up for the 15, doesn't he? He can't roll this in soft enough to hold.
he's going to get
Oh,
right
he
in the
did.
window. of
Nice
the nine
shot.
ball.
Oh, nice shot. Good touch.
Yeah.
Really needs to open these balls soon. He doesn't have anything that's obvious for opening them up, so this will
Well,
be
I think he
cool.
can get himself into a position where he'll have a shot on the 15 inside and that 13.
Well,
That's what he's looking at, is getting on the 13. But
I think I would shoot the 9 with high right English and go 2 rails and get down on the bottom rail and shoot the 14 from the back rail like this. Well,
no, see, he's
no,
on
I don't
the
like-
15 and the 13, but neither one of them look like they're opening it.
I'll tell you, on these conditions, I'd shoot the 12 and stop, shoot the 14 in, and go into the 2-7 high speed.
I didn't understand what you said before. You
Well,
were talking about,
I wanted him to go forward with high right English and have the cue ball lay on this back rail by the scoring wheels,
Oh, okay.
and then shoot the 14 and draw into the balls.
and use those others as insurance
Yeah,
balls.
I mean, he's got his work cut out now. I don't know what exactly he's going to do. He'll figure out something. He's a very smart player.
There's,
Okay, now he's doing what I was saying, but
Yeah.
without the insurance. That's fine. Just got to chop this in. There's a very good chance, though, the only ball that really moves here is the 8. And if your cue ball hits the brown 7 first, it'll hit the 7 and then the 8 and go
Carry
right towards the
towards the
corner.
pocket.
Yes. He knows that, too. That's why he's kind of looking at it extra careful. Of course, you're going up and towards the ball so much, I don't think the scratch is on. Nice shot.
Got through it.
Boy,
Nice.
very nice, very nice.
Yeah, the format of the straight pool tournaments is interesting, especially 9-ball players that have never played in a round robin, where the first you're in a group of 6, so you play those first 5 matches playing everybody in your bracket, which gives these good players a chance to get in stroke, learn the equipment, and,
Yes.
you know, and then the top finishers out of that bracket will then move into a single elimination portion of
Right.
the tournament. to where you had your chance to play some weaker players, get in stroke, learn the
Yeah,
equipment.
exactly.
Now you're going to do battle with all the best players and with one crack at it,
Yep.
which is just an additional
It's
pressure.
daunting. Well, he's got all kind of problems. Nothing really jumps off the page as
Is
a
that
break ball.
4-2 doesn't line up at all.
I think he's going into the 710 at medium speed here with high right English, which it's not really a great idea, but he doesn't have much else. It worked out real good.
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe that was the shot. I'm learning something here. Could shoot the 8 and come across and hit the 13. I doubt he'll do that.
The
Kind of
8 is the
thin-
closest
yeah.
thing he's got to a break ball.
Right. Now here I would come up into the 413 because you have the
If you
two
can-
hanging.
Yeah, if you can. I
It's
guess
a
the
free
13's
stab.
out of the rack, isn't it? Well,
Yeah, it
barely.
is. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind chipping it up another couple inches. He tried right there. He tried. You can see he's kind of agitated. He didn't hit him, but that was smart. That was the right shot. Now he shoots this 10-2 combination and removes the 4 next, and he's off and running. The 15 will be the key ball for this 13.
Boy, I saw him going towards that side pocket there.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of the match last night with
Oh yeah, with Orkula.
Dennis.
Oh yeah.
and Torsten. People need to look that up.
Oh,
Look
what
the-
a match
look
that
at
was!
the
Wow.
quarterfinal match between Dennis and
Wasn't
Torsten.
that something?
Oh,
Torsten's ahead like 140 to
he
69.
needed,
or
Torsten
something,
needed
yeah.
8.
Oh, and scratched on the.
Scratched on a break.
Wow. This takes good cueing here. When you're on the rail, the shots are quite missable, as we all know. Now this is the 8 can be a decent key ball here. You shoot the 10, come up, play the 15 in the high right corner, and then the 8 and pivot 2 rails. I don't think he'll do that, but that can work.
He's going to play the 8.
Yeah, this is fine. He got a little thin here. Now he has to cross his shot line on the 15. He wanted to draw up the rail and shoot the 15 in the bottom left corner. Now his position play has to really be nice to fall on this 15 just right.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
Yes. Good shot there.
Beautiful camera shot, I should
Mhm.
say.
Now this is a
Well, how deep of an angle do you want on
well, you don't want much angle because it's close to the rack. So he has to hit this 15 with high right English, which keeps him in line. But if he hits it with middle left, you'll make the 15 more often, but it's hard to play position. See, he's smartly coming one. Oh, this is tough. Good shot.
this? That looks like it's laying good.
See, when you shoot it that way, the position's harder, but you'll make the ball more often.
Right.
So you got to kind of
You got to
decide.
cross that line.
Yes.
And you're
Well, because you're out of line
okay,
the
so
whole
you're
way.
saying you wanted to get straighter in on that type of a break shot because
Yeah.
it's close to the stack.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to have a bunch of angle there. First of all, with a bunch of angle, the cue ball runs off the stack and it chases the object ball towards the hole. It'll double kiss it out
Yeah.
when you have a big angle.
The counterfeit.
Yeah. This is fine though. Yeah, he's playing well. He's settling in, and but this is a tough shot here. This shot here is thinner than my bankroll. You better aim pretty hard at this one. They look easy from this overhead camera, but it's not. It's a blind shot. These are the ones the top
This is
players will
that
miss
front,
once in a
front
while.
camera shot.
Yeah, this looks so easy. What a shot.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah, fantastic. Didn't come up with much besides the 10. He's just such a great player. I mean, he's just working his way through racks, even with limited experience. I've always said
Well-
straight pull's not complicated to learn. It's all execution, shot making, and position play. I mean, what is there to know? This guy's a great player. He's going to figure it out.
Well,
You
it's, you know, I look at it like poker in a lot of ways. You just got to put yourself in positions where the odds are in your favor.
Right.
You've got the right situation. You're making the right decision
Over and over.
and over and over. And it's like playing straight pool. You know, playing the right patterns.
Yes.
It's just going to end up in your favor.
Well, see, like right there wasn't much pattern play involved. There was just a good, long,
Oh, yeah.
hard shot, and he just pocketed it. And
Well, us
Yeah.
mere mortals, not you included, have that disadvantage of playing a perfect pattern, a wonderful play, and getting perfectly in line, and still missing the ball.
Right, right.
So
Now these guys shoot so straight, they really can work their way through stuff. So he needs to shoot the 6, the 12, probably bump off the 8 up into the middle of the table. Actually, that really won't leave much insurance. I'm not sure I like that just yet. The experienced players will smartly remove a couple balls and unlock some lanes before they go open and stuff. He wants to get on the 1 next. Good shot. And once he shoots the 111, then he can probably start working on the pile a little bit.
well, those two,
The 4-2's no good, right?
yeah, they're not good balls to open anything
No.
up because they don't pass. That 2's got things blocked up.
That's right.
You know, on this equipment, well, you know, the argument I make for playing straight pool on tables like this, the reason is because you want to be able to come and get shape under those balls and play them up.
Because that's the right way to play
That's
it.
the right way to play the game.
Right.
You know, to sustain a run and stay at the table. The right way is get under those balls, and they're not hard shots when you've got a pocket that'll accept them.
Right.
Because in this way,
Now that's just the wrong shot, and it's the wrong time to shoot it. And I love Clinty's game, so I'm saying that constructively. I'm not bashing the guy, but when I was 20 years old, I would have shot it the same way. It seems like a good idea to open them, but not without insurance. Because if that cue ball drips in that corner and the guy runs 120 and out, and then some old timer like me will
Well,
walk up and go, "You should have had insurance
if,
there."
If he comes into that ball and hits the high side of the ball, good things can happen.
Right.
Hits the low side, bad things happen.
Yes, sure.
And how do you control it that precisely?
Good shot there. So he used up one of his 9 lives there, and Merrick is probably kind of disgusted because he has so much experience at straight ball. He's thinking, "Man, I can't believe he shot that like that." But you know, there's something to be said for being aggressive and being a straight shooter, of course.
There's nothing fun happening here.
No.
He could play that 7 in the side, go under those balls, but then he's just pushed them into the whole cluster in the middle of the table. That doesn't
Well,
free anything up.
I think he needs to shoot the 9, 14,
Gotta get-
12.
Got to get under that pink and that blue ball.
Well, he's got a combination here. Okay. It's real dead. Virtually unmissable for somebody his ability. And then he can start working on the 4-2, 15. Hit this with some draw so the 8 spins forward after you shoot it. There you go, just like that. He might consider going to the rail and into the 4-2 just like he's pointing. I'm not in love with this idea, but sometimes you got
Well,
to
he
do
did
it.
open those balls in the middle of the table, got them
Right.
out of the way to at least these balls have somewhere to go.
Yeah, right.
And not just tie up. I mean, you could still tie up the 12. but
Little
only
top
one.
right English. Nice shot. Pretty unlucky. The old timers would crucify him for that shot, but that was a little unlucky because when you're coming into one side of the balls, you don't figure to get a hook like that.
Well,
that was
the
kind of
reason
unlucky.
they'd crucify him is because he should have got under those balls
Right,
and played them
and
up
just
table.
not run into
And
him.
no
Yeah,
chance
that's right.
of that happening.
That's right. I try to be less critical because I know how hard it is to play perfect under pressure.
Well,
but really, he should have got under him and shot him upstream and not retied him. And if he misses his bank, he'll think about that.
No, it's not a point of criticism. It's just, you know,
Yeah, it's just the way
people are watching these shows
to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, watching what these guys do to learn.
Well, if I went up to Clinty and said, "Listen, take 10 practice runs and shoot every shot that I tell you to shoot, whether you agree or not," he'd run like 200. And I'd tell him to do stuff, and he'd be like, "Are you serious? That don't feel right." Just trust me. He'd run like 220 the first day, I guarantee it. Because a lot of it is, you know, I've screwed up so many times I can just remember all my mess ups. And what's he doing here? Can he bank? Can he cut the 4?
No, you're thinking he's banking the 14.
Is he? Wow.
No, I don't know. It looks like he's got a.
Well, what's
full
the first
ball.
thing he should do here, Jerry, in this position? What's the first thing he should do when he gets in this spot? It's kind of a trick question, but it's real. It's in tournament play. What's the first thing he should try to remember here?
If the other guy's on a foul.
Exactly.
Or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's not. The other guy's not on a foul, but that's the first thing you think about, because if he was, you would just touch the cue ball right there.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well,
There you go.
okay. That was a great shot.
How strong do you think shot making? How important do you think it is in this game?
I'm going to go get a tattoo that says mediocre on my neck, because I would, I would have not made that. Yeah, that was pretty incredible, especially for the circumstances. Now he's got to get on the 15 here. Nice shot.
It'll work well.
Yep, hit it perfect.
Yeah, you were talking about remembering if your opponent's on a scratch. Huge.
Oh, it's the whole game. I mean, yeah.
When I'm playing and my opponent scratches, I take a marker and I set it on the table, and then I proceed to run balls, and that marker reminds me that he is on the first scratch.
Yeah.
So, because if you get up and run, they scratch, you get a ball in hand.
It's
you
been an
run
hour.
70 balls.
Right. You forget.
You forgot that,
Yeah.
that they're. And
I used to forget, but I've lost enough straight pull matches where now I never forget. That's the only thing I think about is he on a foul? What a shot there. That was a collision position more so than a spin position.
look at the break shot he got out of that.
That was
mess.
that was hit really well. Wow, what a cut shot he made. He beat the scratch in the corner, made the ball. Kudlik's in big trouble here. He'll win a ton of tournaments, so I'm not too worried about him. He's like 20 years old, never misses a ball. He's going to be fine.
Give us a chance to study all the winners of the past events there.
Yeah.
Pulled away too fast. I saw John Schmidt on that plaque.
Well, pool's not like golf where they all respect their elders, and I mean, these guys won't be pushing me around in a wheelchair or feeding me. They'll be like, "Oh, he's a buy now. He sucks." These young players, they'll just drill you. They don't care who you are.
I don't think
Nice shot.
I don't think you've earned elderly status yet.
Well, I feel like it sometimes, but well, Efren was, he's 65 years old.
No, elder statesman. That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for. I don't think you've earned the elder statesman
No.
position yet.
Well, Tom Walters ran 125 and out at 72 years old. Efren's 65 years old. So, this isn't weightlifting. Thank goodness for me.
Bob
And-
Hunter's 65.
Yeah.
Still looks
and
40.
He still looks 40. Jerk.
Full head of hair.
I know, he never ages. It's amazing. So here, you can do this a lot of different ways.
Look at this. No ball touching. This is a puzzle. It's
I-
waiting to be opened up
Yeah.
seamlessly.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how he does this, because you don't want to just recklessly go at him. I mean, he could go right into the... Oh, he's going right into the 10 here, isn't he? 10-14 area. No, okay, that was smart. That was smart. Nice control.
This is a beautiful layout, but this is the type of situation that you cannot assess without standing at the table.
Right.
I mean, there's so many, the tiniest little subtleties to
Yes.
see what's possible.
Yeah, this angle here is pretty good, but it's deceptive because we're just low
Yeah.
enough where we can't tell what passes. And what. But now here you just want to roll right into the 14, 9. He's going to hit the 10 first. A good shot. A little elevated over the 14.
No, he's improved.
Yeah, he's in good shot. And he's going to make the 7, but it's jacked up. I don't know if anything feels jacked up to him. He's so tall that he can almost stand level and shoot this.
Can he shoot that 2 in the side?
Well,
Nudge
you
that 11
can.
hair?
Yeah, you can.
That's a level stroke. I mean,
Yeah, I mean you can. I think I would probably shoot the 7. Oh, especially if you can hit
the
it with
9,
or
I
the
guess.
9. Yeah, anything with a
You
level
can-
cue.
yeah.
Boy, jacking up like this, the shot becomes 10 times more difficult. Good shot. See how that almost hit the point? That's just a good shot he made.
He's going to need to improve, get a better break
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, he does. I would maybe spin up into the 12 and nudge it up a couple inches. This is when you'll get a skid, though. When you'll hit the 7 with right-hand English, he's not going to fall for that trap. He's just going to go ahead and pocket this ball, pick a few more off. The 12 will work just like it's laying, really.
It's a hair low, but
Hair low. Nice pocket speed. Make the pockets play big. At the end, he's going to want to go 14, 9, 12 possibly. It seems like what he's leaning towards. The other way is the 5's a decent connector, so you can kind of go like 6, 5 or 6, 10, 5. Well, okay, he's going to shoot the 11.
he tends to like that, leaving
Yeah.
that stray ball up table.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would say he likes it, but
he's done it a few
tends to
times.
do it.
Yeah, it's not a bad key ball. I mean, good shot. This is fine too. I don't get too wrapped up in the patterns. I mean, you just want to stay pocket speed, heavy hits, close to your work.
the key is he's not hitting the other balls.
Right.
Everything's everything's in the open, and he's leaving them
That's
that
right.
way. He's not.
You run them
disturbing
off any way you can figure where you don't run into a bunch of stuff. There's a little bit too much cue ball movement going on with layouts like this, but this will work. He's going to go 9, 14, 10, 5. Totally manageable. I kind of like it. He's got to make a nice hit here to not scratch on the side. Roll this in. 12 o'clock English. Nice and soft. Well, he has to do a little something here.
This is his bread and butter right here.
Yeah, he's good at this. Kill this with bottom left.
That's a 9-ball player's shot right there.
Mhm.
Just spin it in and
Nice shot.
draw the cue ball back.
He's going to hit this ball here with just a half a tip of high left.
These are tricky.
These are.
You
'cause
want
a
an
little
angle on that 5.
Yes.
The worst place you can be is
It's straight.
almost an angle.
Mm-hmm.
Even straight isn't as bad as when you've got that screwy angle that's
Right.
going the wrong way, just the tiniest bit.
And this one here, he's going to bounce off the rail about 1.5 feet. He's going to come up and get parallel with this 12. Nice shot.
Once again, I think those are those types of situations that players watch you,
Mm-hmm.
you serious ball runners, just naturally fall on those balls
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And they don't realize how much,
And a
how
lot of
much you're
cue ball,
paying
yeah.
attention to making sure you've got a good angle.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to
yeah.
go down and look at those and make sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now this break shot here, I mean, I'd hit it with high ball, maybe even a fraction of left, and just murder it. Because you're only hitting the bottom left corner of the pile, so you're not going to transfer the energy through the balls as well. So you have to ramp up the speed
Yeah,
here to open them.
Don't draw it.
I
And
wouldn't
the ball
draw it,
will
no.
help you jump into the stack
Yeah.
a little better.
Torsten would hit this. He'd hit this hard. Rightly so. He should hit this with high ball really hard. He'll probably hit it with draw, light speed, make me look like a donkey, but I would blast this thing. Well, I mean, I'd hit him that soft too if I knew I was always going to get a shot, but I think he should have hit those a little harder, but maybe he knows something I don't, so.
It's so funny. It's like where your stress level is about before you shoot that shot.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you come up with a good shot,
Oh,
your
yeah.
stress
It's like
level
it just goes right back down.
just-
Yeah.
So would
Yeah, you're right.
you play that 9 and roll into
I
those
would.
balls?
I'd go
'Cause you
right
got
into the 8-11. I got
two
the 7.
safety
Yeah,
balls. You got
exactly.
the 2 or the
Yep, and he's going to go right into the 11
lightly.
or into the 8. Yeah, medium speed, enough to open them. Yeah, good shot. You got insurance. I'll tell you what, wait a minute. Now, that would be unfortunate if he can't see this, and he can't.
If he glued on the screwy side of that
Oh, man.
11 ball.
That is unlucky.
He's going to make the 2.
Yeah, he'll
but
shoot the
what-
1. I think he'll shoot the 1, Jerry, because he can reach it. He's tall,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's queuing over nothing that way. Well, no, he can shoot the 2. Well, man, this is a lot tougher being jacked up, though.
That was pretty unlucky.
Very unlucky, because he shot the right shot there.
Wow. Look at that.
Boy, what in the world is he looking at?
He's going to, yeah, well, he's good. He's taking a look
I
around
mean-
the table. Now, if the 8 is got
Looks
him
like the
hooked from
8.
making the 2, then he got triple unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, he'll make this.
He'll
He's
make it.
tall, and he's a great player, but boy, this is you can miscue on this shot or anything.
Could foul the other
Oh,
ball.
yeah. What a shot.
Don't do it.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay,
Yep.
now go up into the 10-11 here. A little bit of high ball.
Yeah, this tournament is all ball fouls, which is what straight pool
Mhm.
tournaments are. You know what? Through the whole event, I've never seen anybody foul a ball.
And usually I foul one time at least every tournament. It's just,
I've never seen anybody foul an
Yeah.
object ball.
I just factor that in with my play. I will touch something somewhere, but I didn't this week. I was happy about that. Good shot. Now he has to make a good shot here because this 3 in the side, he's jacked up over the over this 5 ball. I mean, this is a tough little shot right here. I mean, even a guy that's 6'6", I mean, this is quite missable. Good shot.
That was,
Now you can shoot the 10 and stop, shoot the 8 and go down into these balls.
I think he's thinking the 10 will lead him into it. Not
Oh, he
usually,
might even
yeah.
go into him here, yeah.
Should
The only thing is, well, yeah, he has to do it now. He doesn't really have a choice. You just hope you don't kiss off him and end up right on the end rail or something. Good
Perfect.
shot.
well,
But see, the 8 doesn't go by the 14. So
well, yeah.
he's probably going to have to shoot the 13.
I think he's asked.
He's asking if that's a legal break ball, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely in the rack. So you might as well just shoot it off here.
What kind of a run's he on right now?
He's on
got
a pretty
maybe
decent
50 or something.
50-ish, yeah. Enough. It feels like 200 to Merrick, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's about 50, huh? It was he hit 26.
Great sponsors involved here. We really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Tables are great. Pool room's great. Just one of the most finely run tournaments I've been to. Great money added. Just a real good event all the way around, which is why it has such a monster field, too. So I'm guessing he might use the 5 at the end.
As the balls lay, that's his only
yeah.
real option. The 6 is too high for a.
You could shoot the 6-8 at the end, playing the 8 in the side and chipping the rack open, but it's not ideal, but it could work.
As even like an on the rail break shot, the 6 is too high.
Yeah, it's a little high.
Yeah, if it was-
exactly. I mean, it's doable, but
Not from there, but it's. Which those aren't bad break shots.
no, well, they can be.
I
they
watch
can
Seal shoot them all the time.
the 14 in the side going 2 rails in the stack could work too. He's going to shoot this break ball off, so he's got a different idea. I think he's going to go 6-8 at the end.
That's what he's looking at.
Yep. Well, everybody has YouTube, so even a guy like him that hasn't played a ton of straight pull tournaments, he's seen this game before. You know, he knows what he's doing. He'll get a little bit smoother at it over time, but I mean, look, he's in the semifinals. I'd say
Oh, yeah.
he understands it good enough. Nice. Now he can shoot the 14, 11, 15, 6. Stop, stop, stop. Well, the 15-6 doesn't stop, but he'll shoot this at pocket speed, smooth it in, little draw, just like that. That way you can hit it bad like this and pocket the ball. And that's why he shot it that way.
That surprised him.
Yeah, you over twisted it just a little bit.
They're chuckling
But see,
about
if he
that
would have
one.
shot that high speed, that ball rattles.
Oh yeah, not even close.
Well, that's just how hard pool is. Here's the best player in the world, and you know,
Wobble-
almost
you know,
all wobble
wobble
it
a
in
few
on a
and-
big pocket. So I mean, pool's just a tough game. You're gonna miss some. So now you want to go 2 rails with high right. What? Oh, that's way too much angle. That's not good at all. Well, he didn't hit
No,
that like
I think it's going to
No,
be all right.
this is,
He's got to come back quite a bit.
Well, no, he's just gonna baby this in right with left English, isn't he? He
He's going
can't.
to spin it. He's going to draw it back a little bit. And get it.
Really? Boy, it doesn't look like he could hold the ball to me.
That's where he's trying to get.
Yeah, he wanted to get a little more straight on the 6, though. He's in trouble here. Yeah, this is doable, I suppose, but man, he's going to end up close to the 8 too. Good shot.
Yep.
Boy, he hit that good because that was tough.
You know that shot right there. Yeah, he's going to straight in. Nothing happening. He needed to draw it back.
Right,
more.
he needed. Yeah.
That shot right there is funny that you, because I've heard you talk about kind of the ideal situations is a table with fast cloth, but
Fast bed,
fairly
but slow
dead,
red.
slow rails.
Yeah, so that you
so
can kill
that
your
you
ball.
can so you can spin that ball
Well-
and draw your ball back, and the rail doesn't bounce it too far.
Well, you can always hit a ball harder. So if you give me slower rails, I can always add pace. I can't take away pace. So if the rails are springy and bouncy, it limits what I can do.
Yeah, I've
Yeah. Now this one, he is going to blast with bottom right English and draw it 2 rails out of the corner and try to clip the balls. This will be cool looking if he pulls it off.
You think he's got the strength to do it?
Yeah, little petite fella like him. He'll draw this 2 rails out and try to clip that 14, and he'll just drag a couple balls out of the pile. As straight as he shoots, he might just cut the 8 up to the right. But, I mean, I wouldn't do that. He might even be able to draw to the rail and straight into the balls, but you get stuck almost every time doing that. I can't see the angle good enough. But it looks like he can draw it right towards Merrick's cue with bottom right English.
Whatever he
Sing
does,
it.
whatever he does, he better hit a corner of the rack.
Yeah. Now this is going to be a
Pick your
cool shot.
corner.
Watch the RPMs on this cue ball. Oh no, he's just going right into him. Center ball, cheating
better
the
hit a
pocket.
corner.
This 8 ball is going to get airborne. No, perfect.
No.
Nope, that's brutal.
Yeah, you gotta hit. You
He
gotta
went
chip a
forward into the
corner
rack.
in
That
order
was
to get
cool.
The cue ball away from the rack. It's just. Yeah, you know, he was.
But
puzzled.
all that, Jerry, was a product of coming off that ball off the in rail a minute ago and not getting straight enough on the 6 to draw back for the 8 in the side. So, you know, he just made a little boo-boo, and he might pay the price. Now, what do you like here? Well, first thing he should do is think, is Merrick on a foul, which he's not. Actually, I think he could come off the 10 to the in rail and back up.
I just say take an intentional and just move those balls around a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because they're all
Just-
tied together. I wouldn't take a foul here because the other guy will just put you right on a foul again. Because they're not open, now you can play a decent safety, like, you know.
Yeah, I see what
You
you're
see what I'm saying? If you take a foul, the guy's just going to go, well, here you go, and take one right back. I don't know what he's supposed to do here, but I'll tell you another shot you could shoot. If you can. You can come off maybe the 1, barely move the 1, and just leave him an angle on the 9 where he can't pocket the 9 and get on the 13. Where the best he can do
Leave
is
him
pocket
straight
the.
in.
Yeah, well,
no,
no,
you
with an
leave it
angle to the
other
left.
direction. Yeah.
He doesn't want to put him in the bottom left-hand corner because he can shoot the 13-12 combination. So he's in a bad spot, but manageable. Yeah, this is the shot I like right here. Just lay him right down on the back rail. Let him shoot some backwards crazy combination. Imagine what playing on a bar table must feel like to a guy with a 65-inch cue that's 6'6". Like, it's gotta feel like the stupidest little thing, you know?
What's this aiming
Yeah.
technique?
Yeah. Oh, he is gonna take a foul. No, there's nothing really wrong with this, but I mean, Merrick has a very easy return here. He can brush the 9 to the right and to the back rail and put the cue ball upstream. He can also take a foul. Well, actually, the foul's not going to be that easy to deal with either. But yeah, I want to leave distance here. He's going to put the 9 on the back rail, cue ball upstream. Good shot. Perfect.
Best thing to do there is take a break.
Yeah. And Clinty has an easy return here. He can hit the 12 into the 9. The 9 and 12 won't do much, and the cue ball's going to just 2 rail back up to
Thin
where
it
it's
all
at.
the way
Yeah.
back up table.
I'm going to go grab a bottle of water real quick. Be right back. Well, while we have a minute before the players get back, while we have a minute, I'd just like to thank my sponsor, Easy Street Builders in Monterey, California. Couldn't be here without you guys. Thank you so much. And to Predator Cues, love the Revo. And all the support from friends and family and fans and all that stuff. Thank you, everybody. And it's fun to be here with my good buddy, Jerry McWhirter. We're rooming together this week and having a lot of laughs. He's a great guy. Makes one of the best looking cues I've ever seen, and that's really no surprise to anybody that's a cue collector, cue aficionado. His cues just look amazing, play amazing. So hard to get them from him. He has so many people trying to buy his cues that it's really hard to get your hands on one. And
Yeah, they gotta want me to work. Don't they realize I need to be practicing straight
that's
pull?
right. That's right.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was fun to see Bob Hunter this week. My good buddy Bob, great guy. I've had a good time this week. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I managed to get lucky and win a couple squeakers against great players that had me buried in both matches, and I just got flat out lucky to sneak those wins out. So that was good. A little momentum for the senior citizen of the group. All these guys are 20. I feel like I'm 100 out here. Now here. Well, the problem is if he hits the 12 into the 9 hard enough to get the cue ball back upstream, the 12 could glance over to our left and hang in front of a pocket, and you don't want that. So this is a little touchier than I made it sound. He has to hit the 12, Jerry, very thin so that the 9 drives into the rail and the 12 doesn't move. Well, he might be. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I think he's gonna thin it and
Yeah.
probably come more by the side pocket.
Oh, okay.
Not try to come up.
Not
all
try to
this
do
far.
so much. Oh my God, that wasn't the right shot at all. Well, I just have to disagree with that, even
Yeah,
though
I
he's a better player than me. I mean, I just can't.
He's not a better straight.
Well,
player.
you know what I mean, but even just safety wise, he knows how to play safeties, and that one was way too dangerous. And if this Kudlik gets up and runs 120 something an out, he will remember that safety. I promise you.
I think he just didn't even see it.
Hey.
spinning that.
Well, in
over
straight
on the
pull,
short
if the
side.
safety's really, really tough, you have to take a foul because just letting somebody get up and run 85 balls on you is no good.
Well, this-
That was a good shot. He's
sitting
been in the chair a while. Yeah,
Yeah,
they should.
he got it and rolled it in. Well, here we go.
Yep. And I'm not knocking, Clinty, of course. I just think really if he watches this match later, he'll think to himself, man, I could have done something different there. Something a little more safe. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
boy.
Well,
This is what I'm talking about when the balls start spitting in your face.
Yes.
When
Now-
they just won't.
now what I think he needs to do here, that's pretty disgusting. But he
back
needs to
is-
bank the 12 into the 3 and tie the 12-3 up and then go way up table on the end rail. And don't leave Clinty the cut on the 3 because he might just be pissed off enough to shoot it. And he'd probably make it. Oh, that is disgusting to run to.
So the safety battle's going to be back. Oh, no, he's shooting at his hole. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Just give yourself a chance to get back in.
I guess, but I would not shoot this. But I'd play safe here and put him on the end rail. 100
Yeah.
miles an hour right in the hole.
You know,
Wow. What a
I
shot.
don't blame him. Yeah, these guys,
I mean, that was the first bank he's probably shot in 3 days. It just went right in. Off-angled with spin.
they don't have any weaknesses.
No, they
They
don't.
bank good. They kick good. They,
you're
you know,
right.
of course, they shoot
Mm-hmm.
crazy good.
Of course. Yeah, that was an impressive shot to shoot under the situation. He's in trouble here, though. He has to shoot this 13 very soft and do just that. Good shot. I don't see any way for him to open the balls here. This will be a fantastic shot to get these open. I guess you cheat the pocket, hammer it in, and try to draw up into the balls off the rail, but good luck with this.
Well, it was kind of unfortunate that he had to bump into that too and tie it up. It was the only
Right.
other free ball he had.
And now,
The safety battle's
I
on
mean,
again.
yeah,
With a
you
thin
kinda
of 15 with a brown one go up table.
I think so. A lot of times when you go upstream, you leave some kind of dead
Yeah,
ball.
I know.
But it's
When
a
you thin
necessary
that
evil.
ball and you go upstream and you're about 80% favorite,
Yep.
you just made something dead for your. for
Yeah,
your
it
opponent.
seems that way. Good shot. Good shot. That's not a bad shot right there. I mean, yeah, Kaci's going to have to. This is when now I played Mika yesterday and I 3-fouled Mika twice in the game. I don't know if I've ever done that to anybody.
Really?
But I had to shoot a bunch of containment shots because he's such a great player. I can't just shoot a safety, butcher it, and he runs 100. I took a bunch of fouls on him and a bunch of safes on him, and
But you got him to three.
I 3-fouled him. Well, he'd scratch on the brake or he'd not hit a rail or something. Yeah, but here. Against a young player, now Kudlik is too smart at straight pull, but most young players, I will take a foul to see if they're inexperienced or not. You're not going to fool Kudlik by taking a foul or something. And, you're going to have to make a good safety here.
So where would you roll out to?
I don't know. As far as
If you were
playing a
gonna take a
safety?
foul. No, if you were gonna take
if
a
I was going
foul.
to take a foul, well, I might just roll up into the pile to see if he just touches the cue ball. Then I could thin off the pile and put him downstream. But the players now just don't fall for that. They're too smart. Okay, there's one.
There's one.
Now Kudlik's supposed to just keep
Which
him.
is better than shunking it. and
Oh,
hitting it
that's
too
right.
flat.
Now, a crafty move that Danny Baruti kind of taught me is, let's say Merrick was on a foul there. Clinty acts like he's trying to hit the edge of those balls, but he whiffs it on purpose and then goes, like he meant to hit it. And now Merrick goes, he's on a foul. Now he walks up and takes a foul. And then Clinty looks and goes, you're on 2. Oh. You see what I'm saying?
Say that again.
Like, if Merrick was on a foul there, which he's not. But let's say Merrick's on a foul, but it's been a while, and Clinty knows that.
Oh.
Clinty fakes like he's trying to hit the pile, but when he misses that corner, he acts like, oh, table rolled off on me. Now Merrick thinks, you screwed up. Now I'm going to take a foul. Now as soon as Merrick takes the foul, that's his second foul.
Right.
And Clinty says, you're on 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Okay, I
and
see what
that's
you're
a
saying.
trap. That's,
So-
you know, like total entrapment. But
Yeah.
now look for dead balls here, obviously. Now he's going to shoot the 3 and just stick, I think. Just stick the cue ball. He's considering that anyway, and having the cue ball kind of just go around the
He's
table.
fighting every temptation to just rear back. But that 3 doesn't go, does it? I can't remember the. There's no way. he
No, I don't
shoots
think it does, no. Oh, he might shoot at it. Looking at the 11. And we have a car driving down
On
the
the
sidewalk.
sidewalk.
Like literally on the sidewalk. I don't know if that's good.
But he used his turn signal to.
Oh, he
to
did.
get off
As he
the
ran over a
sidewalk.
couple people, he used his signal. Well, I've kind of lost track of things. Now, one safety, I kind of like this one. Hit the 3 and stop the cue ball and let the 3 go 3 rails around back by, like, the far
Like a
right side.
one-pocket shot.
Sort of.
No.
Or you could just fire it in. What a shot. And come up with no shot.
And
Are
get
you
corner
kidding?
hooked.
Corner hooked. You have got to be kidding. Boy, that was a great shot
Wow.
he made right there, too. I think you can see the 4, maybe? No, I don't think so. No.
Hey,
Well-
but, you know, the good news is he's off the scratch.
That was one heck of a shot. Well, his 2 tattoos on him are interesting. One says self-made, and the other says perfection. My tattoos say like dumbass, donkey. You know? I think you gotta believe in yourself, and he does. I mean, he's the kind of guy that's gonna shoot that shot. Now, you know what I might shoot here? The 6 into the rail and into the 5, and the 5 almost can't miss off the 4. Do you see? He saw that too.
Uh-huh.
You play the 6 rail first into the 5. Oh, I like this first choice. It's easier than this 1 ball.
Well, that carom angle, don't you think
Yeah.
that 5 looks a little too far high up
Well,
table?
yeah, I mean,
No?
I think the 6 into the rail first, you almost couldn't miss it. You'd make it plenty. I hope he shoots it because I really think it's like laying pretty good. Yeah,
I
but
think it's
he's
a little high.
going to play the 5. He's going to cut the 6 into the rail. Boy, that was a bad roll he got. What a shot he made. I didn't think the 3 went. I thought he just was sticking against the pile maybe, but, you know, he can
But
see
looked
better
like
if it
he
fits.
was rearing back. He wanted to shoot
Right.
bad. He's wanting to end this thing.
Mm-hmm. This could be Merrick's last look at the table here.
For a one-pocket player, is that 7 ball too bankable? I think it's too close to the
Yeah,
pocket.
with new cloth, you're going to have the ball just spit long on you. I like the 6 rail first into the 5. He's playing the 4, isn't he? Oh, he just shot it
no,
right
just
in
shoot
like it's
straight
ball
in.
in hand.
Yeah, better just shoot it
God,
straight in.
what a shot that was. Boy, I hope I never draw this guy in a tournament. Too fearless. Yeah, this is a cool little shot here. He's going to hit this with left English, and the 6 ball is going to come off the pink, off the rail, and out for a break ball. Stop right there for the 11. Just like this. Well, he didn't quite get it to turn up, but that was a smart try. Crafty. Now the 15 in the side is the break shot. I mean, really. Or the 1. It's not bad. Come 7 to the 15. See what I mean? Go 11, 6, 1, 7, 15.
11, 6, 1, 7, 15.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
That could work.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to. I mean, you could shoot the 15 and then the 1 on the side.
Nudge.
Or you could do this, and then you had the
To
7
the
as
top
a-
of the rack.
Okay, now
And
he's
you hook yourself. No,
he's
good.
still okay, but
I like that shot. That
Yeah.
was that, trying to nudge that ball out was
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, the problem is, though, if you don't nudge it into position, now you're screwing up a good key ball to get on that ball on the side, and he's going to have to scramble. 'Cause It's
No,
t-
just trying to nudge that 6 right there.
yeah, well, yeah, because now he has to shoot the 7 off, and the 7 was a good connector to the
Oh.
15. So I might have just went all in with that pattern, but this works. This works. You're gonna make a nice shot here. Get on the 1 or the 15. Well,
This is one. One's a little low to leave himself in the stack.
well, he can make maybe the 15, then the 6, roll the cue ball into the triangle, take ball in hand behind the line. Not the end of the world. See, the good straight pull players, what they do is they'll pick off the balls in a way that almost gives them 2 or 3, like you poker players say,
yeah.
they call it outs. I had 2 outs and all that. So in straight pull, you want to pick them off to where you have some margin for error, and you can use,
Yeah.
And he's so smart at pool. That's kind of what he did there. He's got a couple options. So he's going to shoot. Wow. Oh, wait, does the 6 fit? Oh, maybe the 6 fits.
No, the 6 is in the rack.
Oh, I thought so. Okay. Uh-oh.
No, he's going to
That's
draw
a
back
little
and get a
slender.
good angle.
Well, now he has
Well,
to
no,
let the
yeah.
cue ball go, yeah.
He's gonna,
Wow, he's going to punch this on the side.
certainly
God,
put it
what a
down
shot
farther
that
than
would be. Yeah, he got out of line. I mean, for such a great player, I mean, you just can't roll the cue ball like that. I don't think he'd be too happy with what he did there.
Yeah, he just was
Just
a little
kinda did-
careless.
yeah, he
Just
got a little
away
care-
from him a little.
Well, when you roll a ball like that in the side, if the cue ball drifts a 1/4 inch, you hit the ball thinner, and now your cue ball goes too far,
Mhm.
Now, myself, I would cut this 6 into the bottom right corner with bottom left English and hit side rail, in rail, and put the cue ball right there.
Bottom left corner. He
Yeah,
said?
no, bottom right.
Bottom right.
And then I'd spin the cue ball to the side rail, in rail, and shoot the 1 to the other side pocket.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to pocket the.
Well, what in the hell? Oh, he's going to stop there and spot
Yeah.
the 6 at the other end.
No, what he's doing there is taking no chance of missing.
Yeah, I mean,
He'd rather.
yeah,
roll
he'd
this
rather
in and
shoot
play
that than
safe
you're right than miss the 6.
than
Yeah,
take a chance.
I
of
don't
missing.
disagree at all.
I don't either.
You can win matches with this,
Yeah, he's got it. He's got his foot on the kid's
right?
neck.
And when
now.
you do,
He's
that's when you
gotta try to.
That's right. That's exactly right. There's nothing more frustrating in straight pull like run 87 on somebody and then take a foul or play a safety instead of letting them come back to the table with a bunch of wide open shots to get in stroke. Just frustrate them to death.
Now we'll see when we look at the table how this is laying. If he can actually go 2 rails. No, he's
Well,
going to roll
no.
right in. And
No, he'll just call safe here.
Yeah.
He should just pocket this ball and roll forward.
do you see what he's looking at?
Oh, he's looking at drawing it
Drawing
two
it
rails.
2 rails
Cool.
to the back of the rack.
Well, this will be a cool shot.
Well,
It's
got the stroke for it.
yeah, he does, and
But
he's ahead in the score, but man,
He's got that grin on his face like he can't even believe what I'm about to do.
I mean, I if I had a Red Bull in me, I might shoot this, but like as a general rule, I'm not shooting.
He's saying, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Well, let's see. Will I be able to talk myself into
Yeah.
it? I think I can talk myself into this. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, really,
Worst that could happen is I'll have to
a wide open pile.
play
he's just gonna
safe
roll
on the
it,
back
yeah,
of the
roll
stick.
it
Yeah.
Good shot.
He didn't
No.
call safety.
Yeah, he did. No,
Did he?
he did. Yeah. Now Merrick has to kick
I mean,
two.
not that it matters.
No, he knows what he was doing. Yeah. Now Merrick needs to kick 2 rails under the pile. You need when you
Take an intention.
you take an intentional, and you need to nudge out a couple balls. Hunter always told me, like here, when you kick beyond the stack, you need to nudge out a couple so that the player can't take a foul back upstream again, because those
Without
would be
something-
balls you could then
something
play
in
safe on.
peril, yeah.
Right. So definitely, you have to nudge out a couple here. Otherwise, this foul is for no reason.
But you got to hit it accurately because
Yeah.
if the cue ball
Gets away
trickles
from it.
out,
Yeah. Now, if he has the angle, he can go 1 rail with high right, and if not, he has to go 2 rails. Yeah, he's going to probably kick 2 rail. Just try to touch out a couple balls real soft. Hit right before the side. Perfect. shot. That's perfect. And
Didn't
Kenty
open up
has
as
a
much, but-
lot of options here. Yeah, he didn't accomplish as much as he wanted there. Now you don't want to leave this cue ball over to our left to where Merrick can hit the 7 and drive the 6 into the rail and stay right there.
How does the 6 ball look up table? He's supposed to just go kick into the rail hard into the 14, splatter the whole stack,
Heck yeah.
and run the 6 up table.
Heck yeah.
Look at this. It looks like our head sponsor is Coors Light.
He's going to play safe off this 14, trying to keep the cue ball behind the stack where he can't see
Yeah,
it.
he's going to graze in that 13, isn't he? No.
Oh, this is a good shot here. Oh, that's not bad at all. And why we have a little bit of a minute here watching all these safeties, we definitely like to thank all our sponsors. This tournament would be impossible without them. Ewan Simonis, Aaron with Balls, Karam Cafe, Predator, Dennis Walsh, and all our friends with the Dennis Walsh Straight Pull group. And, oh gosh, so many people to thank that's involved. Tweet and Fiber, Peach Hour Custom Cues.
Here's a shot of our sponsors, logos.
Yes.
You know, when you see these guys at the Super Billiard Expo or you see them at the BCA or whatever, thank them. Let them know you
Thank
see
them.
the events. Let them know you see it on YouTube.
Yes.
You know,
Support 'em,
sometimes just
thank 'em,
the
yes.
simplest of appreciation is a good thing.
And if it's up in the air in your mind of who to buy from, support the companies that support the game.
The Karam Cafe is where we're at, is in Queens, New York. And if you ever come to the city, definitely come by this pool room. It's a great
This is
neighborhood. It's a
awesome
safe
place.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's nice.
Beautiful equipment. Michael, the owner, takes real pride. They run some of the best
Yeah.
3 cushion tournaments in the country for the
Oh,
last
yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, they're house pros like Hugo Patino, a world-class player, and just this is really a nice pool.
Half of the room is 3 cushion, and half of it is these gold crowns, which were just set up beautifully. Every one of them played
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
nice to see.
take a cab ride into Queens, and like I said, it's a great neighborhood. And
This is yeah, absolutely right, Jerry. It's a great place, and again, thanks to all the sponsors. Now, there's one shot here that you can shoot. You can hit into the 11 ball just like this with high right, and the 11 will splat over to the left rail, and the cue ball will stay on the pile. But it's not an exact science. Once the ball's been jiggled open and there's one missing, then all bets are off. Now, when they're all frozen together, that's a pretty consistent safety, but right now I wouldn't suggest it. So I don't know what he's supposed to do. He has to take a foul, I think. He's going to try to get the 11 to go to a rail just like that, and it's going to
then
cost him. See what I'm
adios,
saying?
muchacho.
Yep. I got to give him credit, though. He showed some nerve to try that because he knew he was in a bad spot anyway.
I think he could have tried to thin the rack and come up table and leave him a real tough or
something.
uncuttable shot on that side.
That's a bummer there.
Yeah.
And this is all you can want in straight pull. You're ahead. You're straight in on a ball. You're going into the finals next. I mean, it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, the kid could just never get any momentum.
No, he didn't. He didn't play. I mean, he played me. He
I mean,
played
not that
amazing.
it's over,
Now
but-
it's just a struggle. Today's been a struggle for him. And the bad news for him is he's got like another 20 years of that to look forward to. Days where you play rough, nothing goes right. It's a real hoot. Trust me, I know.
It's your chosen field.
Yeah, right. That's right. You're going to have to
Little
shoot
pink
the,
pulled out real
the
nice.
13. 13-8 combination. little cluster in the middle to deal with, but
Either 13 or the 9 will easily allow them to nudge those open.
And I'd shoot the 9-15 combination. If you don't make that combination, you're not meant to win. I like Clenty's pace. He kind of struck me as a super slow player the first time I saw him play, but he's speeding up pretty good now. He's playing at a decent enough pace for me. When I watched him at the U.S. Open last year, I thought, my goodness, I mean, you got to shoot faster than this, but his pace is not as slow as I thought. So he's going to shoot this combo, open up these balls.
This is going to turn out well.
Yeah, you should have all kind of good stuff happen here. So now you're going to shoot the 5-15, then the 3-13, and shoot a lot of combinations. Just rack. Well, as soon as I say he's picking up his pace, he's kind of slowing
He's
down.
taking his time. He does not want to turn
mess
that
this
table
up.
over again. He wants to close this out this inning.
It's a long ways from over because, you know, he still has to make 3 or 4 break shots. So a lot can go wrong in 2 or 3 break shots.
Isn't it suck when you've got more confidence in your opponent than you do yourself?
Yeah.
The kid over there is.
Yeah, he's. Check. Well, this combination, 3-15. It's no way you can miss it. I mean, you can hit the rail first and then off the 5. You can hit the 5 first, then off the rail. It looks kind of tricky, but it's kind of unmissable. He needs to deal with the 9-11 pretty soon. I believe he'll come up and play shape on the 11 now. Just like this. Just like Peter Burrows would have hit it. Perfect speed. We got Peter standing here near the booth.
Yeah, welcome to the American 14-1 Straight Field Championship. Day 4 of 4 days.
Yeah, this is when it starts getting really interesting. Like Peter's saying, day 4, this is when the nerves are on full tilt and the matches really matter. And the money's up there real nice. This tournament pays well, so these guys are trying super hard.
Tables have played great too.
Oh.
I think. And you know, a lot of years we don't always have the same kinds of tables.
Right.
This year, I think the players were excited. We were playing all on Brunswick tables.
That all play almost
Identical
identical.
pockets, identical new cloth.
Yes.
It made a difference in the way the game was
Oh,
played.
it was the highest level of straight pull I've ever seen as a group. We saw a bazillion hundreds, tons of 125 and outs. This is what the best players in the world are truly capable of when you give them the correct conditions.
And I think too that we had in the round robin we had 120 matches of
Yeah.
48 players, so a total of 120. And there were only 4, maybe 5, 125 from the break. But there were
That's
lots
awesome.
of
Oh,
hundreds.
bunch
so,
of hundreds,
so
yeah.
the tables weren't too easy.
Oh
you
no,
know,
they're
you
not
know.
5-inch pockets, but
That's
it's,
right,
it's
that's
just,
right,
but they're
exactly,
perfect.
exactly. But I think we got the speed about right, and of course the room doesn't want to make the tables too tight because then they're clientele that come in.
Sure, sure.
And they can't afford to adjust the pockets for the players for
Right.
a tournament like this, and then turn around and adjust them again.
Well, it's not like the golf tournament. The USGA can set up a golf course and figure we can make this course impossible for the pros. Then the amateurs, we just cut the rough and let them move up a tee.
Yeah, and
When you
move
mess with
tees
the
in middle-
tables,
move-
you're
put the
stuck.
holes in the middle of the greens.
Yeah, when you mess up the tables and make them really tough,
yeah.
then for the rest of the year after the pros leave, a bunch of amateurs come in and go, pool
Exactly.
sucks.
They
I'm not
can't
having any
change the
fun.
tables. Exactly.
Exactly. So,
So thanks for listening. Hope you're enjoying it.
yeah. Yeah, good job, Peter. You put together a heck of an event. Now, this is a nice break shot here. Good angle. I like the way way it's laying. It looks like the cue ball hit the 11 right in the face and not shoot upstream or downstream. It should just come dead sideways. If anything, the cue ball's hitting the top of the 11. It'll move backwards, but it depends on how thick or thin you hit it in the pocket, of course, too. Yeah, well, that's not what you want there.
Yeah.
See, if you're going to draw it upstream, go ahead and draw it. Merrick might get another look at the table here. People say, oh, this 3-ball's not tough. Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah, he looks like he's dead straight in, so
he's-
he can't roll it.
Well, if you roll it, then you have to rely on the table rolling straight. If you hit it high speed, then the pocket plays smaller, so pick your poison. He's in a tough spot. Even if you roll it in, the cue ball ends up lagging up under the 6, kind of. Boy, he's going to shoot the 8. This takes a lot of courage to just fire this 8.
Stay down.
Man, even
Nice
Clinty
move.
Kaci don't have to make this shot. What a shot.
Yeah.
That's just disgusting. I just can't believe how good he hits those shots.
It's fundamental. Man. It's so good.
Mhm.
It stays down,
Oh.
smooth, and just stays
Yep.
still. That's the way.
And figures if he misses it, he misses it. But he holds in there like he has a snooker background. So in his mind, he just says, hold still, follow through, tell me what happens. Flinching around isn't going to make the ball going any better. Now I kind of like shooting the 13, get an angle on the 6, shoot the 6 and go into the 1 just like this. Go into the 15-1 lightly with the 3 as insurance.
Maybe get a little shot on the 9.
9 on the 9 next, chip them open, yep. Okay.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He might have to shoot the 15, though. And then it puts him on the 12 or the 3. 15's pretty good angle. Oh, no, he can shoot the 3.
Yeah, he can shoot.
The heck am I talking about? If he can hold for the 9, hit the 3 through the...
I don't think he can. I
No?
think that's the problem. He's going to have to come across the table and
okay.
get back up on top for the 3 or the 1. But the 9 is the key to that little pile.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he can just roll this in through the thick side of the pocket. No, he cannot. And he came up a little short. No, perfect. Nice shot.
Ideally, that 12 is a great break ball, but he's going to have to do a lot more work before that time in the rack. The key is getting on that 9 nicely.
Yeah, for sure. He's not out of the woods at all. And, I mean, just to show you that anything can happen, last night's match with Torsten and Akulo, if that doesn't show you that you never quit until it's over in straight pool. Little Danny DeVito, little short. He's going to have to make a super thin cut. I don't like this shot at all. I mean, oh, man.
Yeah, you would have just slow rolled that in to get
Maybe.
that position.
I would have made sure I hit my mark.
On this equipment, you could trust it.
What in the hell? I know he ain't shooting that combination. Yeah, this equipment plays great.
You could trust it and just roll it straight in. The tables.
Well,
Go
for
roll
a
straight.
world-class player like him, I mean, what he just did right there is a pretty big mistake. You just can't roll up that much short. I think he can make this, though. The cue ball's going to end up going down towards the bottom left corner off the 2, so
Yeah.
this will be exciting for him. But with high ball, you should beat the scratch. If you hit it with middle left, you could scratch the corner. High ball, the cue ball's going to arc away from that corner. Well, if he shoots this ball,
Can you
I mean, I know it gets him position on the 9, but my goodness, I mean,
a 7-foot combination?
I guess the 9 doesn't go, though. Well, Merrick, this might be your last look, bud.
Well, he looks like he's going to make it.
Oh, of course, like it was ball in hand.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, there you go. He's dead
I-
perfect on the ball.
Yeah. What do I know? You couldn't have put a gun on me to
Okay,
shoot
this
that.
is a little tricky.
Way tricky.
You just, what do? You just got to
Well,
pop it, or you
okay.
got to worry more about getting the cue ball away from him? Or?
If you're gonna go into the two to get the balls to open, yeah, see like that. You have to hit it with like kind of a high ball. He actually didn't get a shot. Wow. That's pretty unfortunate from there.
Well, it looked to me like he was playing to get up on the one, but
Well, I mean, to hit like 6 balls wide open and not be able to see any of them, like, dang. I don't know. Knowing this guy, he'll bank the 11 in or something.
he would love to if he wasn't jacked up on the one.
He might cut the 10. I don't know, Jerry. I mean, bank the 11.
Boom.
Right in the heart. Mm-mm-mm. Well, it looks good when they all go in. But I'm telling you, when you miss that bank and Torsten runs 340 on you, you'll go, well. Sometimes,
Well,
you
he
know.
didn't make a mistake.
Well, no, he didn't do anything wrong. No, sometimes you just got to shoot.
And that's the 2. Blank.
Yeah, he's playing great. A lot of confidence.
Okay, get on that 5. Good. However you do it.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that 5 real soon. That 5's laying horrid.
I think you would play the 10 and just pop over for the 5.
I might roll the 10 forward, shooting the 1 and dragging into the 5, nudging it out for a key ball. And, well, not nudging it out. I would like go into it pretty good where I didn't get trapped.
Yeah, you would go to. I think you would get to play the 10 and get to the 5 somehow, because it seems like.
Well,
It seems like when you're down to the final parts of the rack,
yeah.
all the heavy lifting is done.
Oh, that's what I try to do. I mean,
That was a good shot.
that was definitely good execution.
Good speed, good everything.
Yeah. Ball's frozen to the rail. Adds so much difficulty. Good shot. Now shoot the 1 and then the 10 in the other pocket.
He's within striking distance for sure.
Wow. This has to be hit just right. You have to draw back just perfect, which you did. Good shot. A little straight on this ball. He's going to have to hammer this. Good shot. Great playing. I mean, he's really settled in, made some magnificent shots and recoveries, and just what I expected from the #1 ranked player in the world.
So what do you think Kudlik's chances of getting back to the table?
Well, I mean, there's always a chance, but yeah, he's a big underdog from here, the way things are going. And I'd like to see him get one more stab at the table to see if he can do his thing.
Yeah, he would too.
Yeah. Literally, though, I know everybody says this, but like this is exactly how everybody plays after they play perfect on me and drill me. Then I always want to kind of follow their next match. Then, like last night, if he'd have played like this, I might could have scraped by him. Like he hasn't played his game today, and that'll hurt. But you just move on to the next event. Keep trying. Nice. Oh, yeah. as an opponent, you see them break like that, and then you just know, another 12 minutes, I get to sit there and watch them run every ball. It's just you can't get any momentum going. But if the worst problem you have in life at 20 years old is that you lost a pool match, you're gonna be all right. You know, things are good. You're in good health. You're playing great. Seeing the world. I mean, he'll get over this pretty quick. He'll probably be in the semifinals at the International 9-ball.
Yeah, he's got two more events, or one more event coming up.
Oh yeah, he'll be just fine. Now you see how the 14-6 is laying. You could shoot the 6-4, the 6-4, 10-14 combination. You don't have to do that, but I mean, I'm always looking for like just the real easy way to eliminate the balls. You know.
14-6, you said?
Well, no, shoot the 6 now, and then you could do this too and go into them. You have insurance with the 6 9. I like this. Not against this at all. Good shot. Actually, I like that better. That was a smart shot. He just solved all his issues.
Made a couple break balls, solved some problems.
When you shoot that shot and you move them away from the back rail, a lot of times you'll make 2 or 3 break balls, 2 or 3 key balls. You'll just fix everything. I see some players, they go into the balls too much, and some players actually don't go into them enough. There is a time and place to open them up if you can get a free chance at it. So the 15's the break shot, and he's going to maneuver around without disturbing that, obviously. 14, 12 in the side at the end would be nice. But, you know, you're going to have to get that 1 out of there, so that's probably not practical. You might have to shoot the 12 one now, even. But this would be the time. You see how that ball's in the triangle? Let's say that was a little thicker hit, and you could shoot that in the corner and run the cue ball into the 12 and move it up a foot. Then the 12 connects off the 14 as a key ball. That's the kind of stuff you'll see Mika and Torsten do, and the great straight ball players. They're always like, they're not just manufacturing break balls. They manufacture key balls. They manufacture the ball before the key ball, and they get these nice little triangles working where at the end of the rack, they can shoot every shot like one-handed almost. When you really get to playing great straight pull, everybody can run 100. But when you really get to playing great straight pull, and if you go back and watch Torsten and the great straight pull players, you'll say, they ran 100 and they were literally never in trouble. The cue ball, and if you measured the total amount of cue ball travel, like if you had a little way to measure that, one guy would run 100 and you go, his cue ball traveled 3 miles and Torsten's went 9 feet total, you know?
Right.
And it just, it's really the right way to do it. Pocket speed. There you go. Yeah, that's not ideal. If you can shoot the 7 and chip open the 10, 9 with insurance, I would lean towards that. Well,
yeah, you can.
Yeah, I would. I'd shoot the 7 and just draw into the 10 lightly. Yeah, he'll definitely do that. I mean, I would be shocked if he didn't. Okay. So just drag into the 10 lightly. Don't hit the orange. Hit the 10. That way you can't get hooked. Again, lean on pocket speed here. Don't fire this. Just smooth it in. Just like that. Pocket plays bigger. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Too smart. Too smart, little whippersnapper. Now 8-5-15 is laying real nice. You see it, Jerry? See 8-5-15. So you want to go 9-3. Yeah. Okay. Well, now that's a little different. He's gonna have to maybe do something else here. You could try to get on the 110 here. You could go 3 and come up between the 5-15 and get on the 1. You also can go 3-8-5. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that. Really nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, I mean, all three of
Yeah,
those
all three of those work.
work.
And this is the way
Well,
they
the 15 and the 1 are definitely both could be break balls.
Yeah, and at the end of a rack, the last 4 or 5 balls, you want to be basically stop shots are real dang close. So this is what it should look like at the end of a rack. I mean, he's becoming smarter and smarter almost every rack he plays. He plays good straight pull. Well, you know, like I always say, straight pull is pool. That's why it's called straight pool. And he's real damn good at pool. So he's going to be just fine at straight pool. A lot of these pros, you know, they say, I don't play straight pull. I'm like, well, you'd be great at it if you did. I mean, you're a great pool player. You'd run hundreds. You just don't, but you could. Oh, this is kind of tricky. You gotta roll
it in.
this sucker. This is missable. Good shot. Nah, he's on the wrong side of this 10 now. Now getting on the 1's going to be
Is he on the wrong side?
kind of, I think.
You roll forward and play the 1 on the side.
I mean, you could, but that requires, you know, everything has to be perfect.
Well, that's what
But
he's
that's
at.
what he does. That's,
Just don't put yourself on the rail. Don't come up short.
you know. Yeah. Good shot. I mean, you'd rather favor being on this side. Now he's going to have to probably draw to the rail and out. When you're right off the plane, this shot's kind of spooky. But when you've been playing a few days, these top players, they get dialed in on this kind of subtle stuff. And he'll punch us in just right. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But my first match right off a plane, like that shot is terrifying, you know. But after playing a few days, you usually handle those pretty nice. Well, he needs 11. 100-point lead.
Eklund Kaci. Okay, there's John Schmidt. There's Torsten
Yeah, back in
Holman,
1982, I won.
Johnny Archer. Danny Harriman. Is that
Appleton.
Danny?
No, it was Appleton. Yeah,
Oh,
Appleton
that
won
was?
one. Yeah. Yeah, this tournament has turned into a premier event. You win this tournament, like you know the field you beat, and it's tough. I mean, every great player alive was here this week, just about. Most of them. All right, this is the last missable shot he might have to shoot in this match. This is Merrick's last chance right here.
This is like the break shot that Torsten had last night when he needed 3 or 4 balls.
He fired it
And he
in.
fired it.
Scratched. The cue ball went right through the pile and kissed off like 4 balls. He got a really bad roll.
Yeah, to force follow into the.
And then Orkulo runs like 70 and needs like 6.
So you
and
just
scratched.
spoiled it for everybody that wants to go watch
I
the
mean,
game.
Oh, that's right.
No, we're talking to the people that have already seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It was really, really.
And Orkulo, you know, it's funny we talk about straight pool's not fun to watch. Oh, how exciting was that? And Orkulo was like talking to the crowd and really getting amped up.
He takes the heat better than
Oh,
anybody.
better.
Man. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, tell me about it. He even laughed after it, you know.
he's really having.
Uh-oh.
There
You
it
see?
is. That's
You see what I'm saying?
exactly- Wow.
He
Good
hit that just right, too. Yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong there. Just sometimes it happens.
Now look at the little nod from Conrad, the Polish player.
Yeah, like, come on,
Okay.
get up there and steal this set.
All right.
This would be a gut-wrenching way to lose, too. Guy gets up and runs 100 and out on you when he has to. This right here is the stuff of legends. Running 100 is awesome. Anybody can run 100, I consider like a grandmaster. If you run 100 right now in this scenario against this guy on camera, this deep in the tournament, that's the stuff of legends. I mean, if
Well,
that
I
isn't
thi-
cool,
I
what
s-
is?
I say there's 3 kinds of 100-ball runs. There's the 100-ball run, practicing in your basic
Yep.
with the
Which is
music
tough
playing,
enough, right?
Tough enough. Then there's running 100 against a player that you're
favorite.
barbecuing, and
Yes,
everybody knows
and that's
you're,
tough
you're
enough.
the favorite. That's tough enough.
This is a whole nother animal,
Then there's
right?
running 100 against a top player that
As
needs
he's
2 balls.
Right, and it's unfathomable how hard it is to do, and it's the stuff of legends. If this kid runs out 100 from here, I would be just beyond impressed. He could do it though.
All right. The longest journey starts with the first step.
We're not pulling against Kaci, but I'd
We're
like to
pulling
see
for
this guy.
pull.
Yeah, we're pulling for pull, and this is he's got to settle in though. He can't, like right there. He's almost hooked himself. He's got to just get through this rack
He
and get
didn't do
rolling.
anything wrong. He just, he opened him
know.
up a little. And the balls have got to start cooperating.
I mean, he's in trouble right here already.
Yeah.
Golly, he's got to shoot this down on the corner.
Yeah.
Which he'll
He'll
make it, but boy, you don't want to be shooting this after 2 shots. Okay, good shot, good shot. Now let's shoot that 10 and get on the 3, get a little closer to our work. He's got to shoot the 10 here. I was going to say, I don't know what he's looking at, but he's shooting his 10. The 4-1's trouble. The break shots aren't any good. The 12's a good break shot, but he's got his work cut out here. I wonder if there's any correlation between, being this tall and being able to reach everything better than everybody else. I mean, the 2 guys are right down at the end are like 6'5" and have cues that are a mile long.
Well, Nick Varner would probably argue that.
Yeah, that's true. Now, if he can go into this 1 here off this 13, that's the shot. It adds difficulty to the shot, of course, because you're elevating a little bit. Oh, nicely
There we
done.
go.
Now he's got a great key ball, break ball. He's off and running here. Now spin this 6 in with high right and come up and get the 2 next in the bottom right-hand corner, just like that. Now we're unlocking lane. He overran his mark a little bit. He might elect to draw this to the side rail and back out to the middle so he can really stroke it.
Oh, he's going to just follow down.
Oh, okay. It's not as
rail.
thin as I thought. Good shot.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
Oh yeah. Perfect. And this takes nice tangent line control here, nice stun control. Slide straight up, beautiful. Yeah, you overhit it a little bit. Get past. Okay, now you shoot the 9, 14. Well, no, he might even
Straight in.
shoot the
Just stop
14, 9. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be straight in, straight in.
Yep, perfect. This is the way an end of a rack should look, ideally. Okay, so he's going to have to fall to the end rail, I think, Jerry. Can he hold it? Oh, he can hold it easy. I just never can tell. Nice shot. Nice shot. And the interesting thing that I found in a position like this, okay, Kaci is almost thought in his head, I'm going to win for sure, and the other guy's thinking, I'm going to lose for sure. And now, because you've given up that pressure of trying to win, he's in what we call the give-up stroke, where there's less pressure because you feel like you should have lost anyway. You almost accepted losing, and now you might free stroke a little bit. I've seen people get up play amazing from this position.
'89 ball.
He ran an 89 ball run on him. That's awesome. It was a tough 89 too. High ball here. Hit it firm. Oh man, the cue ball almost went right in the hole. Okay. He's got break shots, not too many problems, a decent starting ball. The 7-2-11's an issue, but he'll get to that.
You know, the way you force follow that high ball takes so much faith.
Yes, it does.
For
It
people
does.
to learn that
Yes,
shot. and
because
get
it's
enough
you
good
never shoot a
results.
shot like that in pool. I mean, when do you ever hit a ball with 12 o'clock, 100 miles an hour with no seismic? Like, it doesn't even come up. it's the hardest you ever hit a shot almost playing any game.
Where'd you learn to shoot them that like that?
Well, I just figured out over time what works. I mean, I kind of heard it works, and I watched it on video, but just from my own experimentation, because I had days where I said, I'm going to hit every break shot soft today, hit every break shot with draw today. And I, over the years, figured out it's not an exact science. As a general rule, high speed with follow works real good on those angles, and you are going to scratch sometimes. But when the stars align, you'll run the big runs. Well, this layout here is just fantastic. He's got all kind of options. 2 rails here. No, he was thicker on it than I thought. Okay, that'll work. I guess the 8.
This is a great layout to get his
Well,
feet under him.
it is, but he's got work left. There's nothing really great for a key ball. So the end of this rack, he's going to have to do something to get shape. But yeah, he's definitely in the driver's seat.
Well, and a lot of those balls could
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Could work.
Two rails out of the corner for a brick shot.
Absolutely.
Kind of look like a drill.
Yeah, it does.
You know, the 2 ball, obviously, you can just get rid of the 2 ball and everything's
Shoots a
pretty much
5.
opened up.
And just pocket speed this in, nice and easy. Probably shoot the 6 next.
You know, that pink ball is a nice break ball.
Yes.
I notice a lot of your break shots, you like them farther
Oh
away
yeah,
from the rack.
when they're near the rack, it doesn't help anything because then I can't get the cue ball to arc forward and get to the end rail before a collision takes it over. When the cue ball's far away like this, I can a lot of times get the cue ball to like get to the pile without getting like chasing the object ball out of the hole or
Okay,
any
just
weird
made a
kiss.
nice key ball there.
Yes, he did. That was brilliant.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. So,
But but really all that's probably even over engineering and being a worry wart because really if you have a good angle, that's all you can hope for, and you're gonna scratch sometimes. But
well, for those of you that
you
are
know.
watching and studying this game and looking at these matches, go online and start looking at some of John Schmidt's videos. There's several videos that he's run. Well, there's one particular he ran 366 balls and then came back and did commentary on each of them. And there's other ones where you ran over 200, a few of
well,
them.
there's
But
2
I
or
think
3
that,
of
that
300 plus. Yeah.
366 was the cleanest, cleanest run.
Oh
where
yeah.
every ball is balls, like you said, that you would have played in a tournament,
Yeah.
and that were.
Yeah, that was at Bill Marop's house. There, the 366 there, and then I did 363 twice lately on camera, and I thought they were pretty smooth.
But you haven't released those.
No, I
yet.
haven't let those out. Yeah. Nice
Here we
shot.
go.
Perfect.
You know, I wasn't even looking at that side of the table because he kind of had break balls everywhere. But I thought that pink and
Yeah.
that
I get asked that all the time.
Intentionally made a key ball on that side.
Well, I get asked that by the straight pull players. They say, "Well, does it matter to you?" and all that. No,
You mean
I
which
just want a
side
good.
you break
Yeah, I
from?
just want a good angle. I don't really care. If anything, my dominant eye being my right eye, I might like the break shot on the right side of the rack, cutting the ball to the right. I mean, I can't reach those as good, but yeah, I like either one as long as I got a good angle. Yeah, that was really nicely executed. Now here, high ball. Oh, he hit that a little heavy, but he made it.
He had the fall.
Oh
on it.
no! Look at the. Oh, he's got the 110 combination. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Whew, boy, that was a little lucky and unlucky at the same time. You see the Polish players, they all sit and kind of pull for each other and room together and eat together and, snap fingers for a good shot. I mean, the American players, they look at another player playing and go, well, this is a good time to hit on the guy's girlfriend. He's busy playing. Like they're not exactly like trying to help each other.
Well, that might be a little cynical.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But,
Weren't you guys all pulling for each other when you when you do the Moscone Cup, when you're the American
Yeah,
team?
yeah, we're all pulling for each other, and then 12 days later, after the Moscone Cup, we're like, "I'll play you set 10 ahead for 10,000." Like it's like unbelievable. Oh, nice shot, nice shot. Well, he's off and running again. 2-5 at the end. 11-2-5 at the end. Doesn't have to be that, but that would be a nice stop shot situation. 11-2-5. I like. Yeah, the five.
Yeah, that when you're going to play that side ball as a key ball,
Yeah.
it's really important that you have that 11 ball.
Yeah,
or
you gotta have
some
a
ball
connector.
that's
Well,
really a good
Okay,
connector.
but see, that's a good point. Okay, you see how the 11's land? Well, you know what you need? You need a ball that connects to that. So, like a ball that's in the side that stops to get you on the 11 is good.
Right.
Or the 4 ball up there, you pivot off the 4 to the 11. So it's like the last 4 balls should all feed into each other. He sees that, though. Believe me, he'll do that. See, I made the mistake of releasing videos in the last 10, 15 years on how to play this game, and all these little youngsters are robbing me. Like, they went and watched. They're like, we have YouTube. You're screwed. They all know how to play it, you know. Like, damn. Should have kept them vids, I think, to myself.
Well, it's like anything else, you know, the equipment and as the evolution
And
of
the
things.
knowledge, yeah.
I mean, I think back to watching the guys on dirt bikes and jumping
Yes.
motorcycles when I was a kid. And if I was
Now
a
they
kid
do-
and you told them, yeah, I need to go in the air and they do a flip 3 times in the air and then they
Yeah,
flip
then
over the
nobody
handlebar,"
would believe you, yeah.
They'd just think you're nuts.
Yeah, they do like triple backflips on dirt bikes now.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it's-
Pastrana and stuff. Sure.
It's the same thing. It's
Yep.
just, that's the spreading of knowledge and
Yes.
information.
Well, it's the spreading
And
of
the equipment is
inspiration
huge.
too.
Equipment is
Like
huge.
when people watch a great player like Efren or Scott Frost or Alex Peck when I play one puck, they go, "I want to do that." Or somebody might watch me run 300 and go, "Dang, I'd like to try that." It inspires and it's good for the sport. The YouTube makes people want to play and get into it, so it's
Yeah.
probably good all the way around.
Well, I mean, that's me. You know, when I
Yeah.
growing up playing 9-ball in California, I'd never even seen 50 balls run.
Wow.
I'd never even seen it happen.
Yeah.
I'd heard about these New York and knew these players'
Yeah.
names,
Yeah.
but I'd never.
It was like a
never
mysterious
around
thing
it.
to see a 100-ball run, right?
I never was around it. Never saw
Sure.
it. And then
Boy, you've been around it this week.
that's what YouTube was.
Yeah.
You know, should be around players that
Sure.
you can watch them over and over and.
Oh man, this is the way the end of a rack should look right here. This kid really, for his age, I don't know who taught him to play straight pull or where he learned it, but he really knows what he's doing. He picks the balls off just right. So he's going to use the 13. He's going to shoot the 5-15 here.
Just getting rid of our break.
Oh, okay, the 9. That's fine too. Well, he's kind of getting rid of the connector to the connector. Not a big deal. He's going to get the 15 next or the 14. Can't quite tell. But this is fine. However he wants to do this. The point is, the end of the rack, there will be minimal cue ball travel, stop shots.
Yeah, that
This is
14 moves
nice.
to the 2 very nicely.
Sure
actually.
does. Sure
If
does.
he gets the right angle on it, whatever you do, you got to get straight in, or
Yeah.
on the high side. Don't get into a spot where you could run into the 13.
And I picked his cue up and was messing with his cue, and I was surprised. The shaft feels like it's like a 13 millimeter, and the cue weighs like 20 pounds. I mean, it's just amazing that the guy can play with this cue. It's a beautiful cue, but
Well, it's 66 inches long.
yeah, it's like
8
66
longer
inches
than
long,
normal
and
everybody
the
else's cue.
diameter of the shaft it's huge, like a brake shaft. Oh, I'll tell you what, he got a little funky here.
No, he's perfect.
Is he
You
okay?
Draw back just
Yeah, but drawing back
2
takes.
inches.
Really? Oh no, I would want to be able to slide over to the left instead of having to draw there. I'd want to just collide there like that. Okay,
Yeah.
that was better than I thought. I thought he got too straight. Nice shot. Kaci politely pulls the balls out.
Throws one of them at his
Yeah,
opponent.
yeah, really. Well, he's a gentleman to play. He's not up there rolling his eyes and muttering and crying. He's a gentleman. Of course, he wins all the time, so he probably doesn't have
easy
the
to tease you
the
that way.
tantrum thing down yet. Yeah. This one is an either or. I mean, you can hit it with draw or follow. Torsten hits it
As
with
long as it's
draw.
hard.
Yeah, hit it hard. Watch, this thing will get blasted. Boom. That's there. I love it when it does that because you never know when it's going to do that, but you never scratch. It draws to the side rail, and then it has slow down spin when it comes off the rail. It's just perfect. Shoot the 11. Just get rid of that unhelpful straggler, the 4. Oh, it doesn't really have. The 2's a good break shot. 12's pretty usable. You got to start with the 11-4 here, though. I guarantee he starts with the 11-4. He's too smart to leave those. He's going to go to the side rail, bounce off 3-4 inches, perfect angle. Oh, okay. Well, he got a little close to his work. Nice.
Now I come down
Now
and
just
start
come
attacking
down and
these
start
little-
nibbling. Yep. You don't want to take any chances of scratching in the side or anything, so just come on down and shoot like, you know, maybe the 5-6 combination or something like that, or the 9-6 combination would fix
I
a lot
know,
of
I like
problems.
that.
But there's no way I would draw the cue ball over there because you might hook yourself or scratch or who knows. Yeah, this is fine. Oh well, this could work. Could shoot the 9. And you'll shoot the 10 next, probably.
I don't think he's straight enough on the 9, is he?
No, he's got to kind of turn this in with left English, hit it heavy so you make sure you don't hit the 7 first.
I think there's
This is one of those deals where you kind of think to yourself, you know, do I really have to do this?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some unintended collisions here.
Yeah.
If he does, he just needs to. Well, he's shooting it.
He's playing it like it's dead. Is he playing
Maybe
it like
shooting
off the
7.
7? Oh, God.
Well, he controls the speed.
Yeah, nice touch, yeah. Nice touch. Now he can draw back. No, he can't. I was going to say he could draw into the 3 and nudge it backwards. But I don't think he can. He won't shoot the 10 now, and you know why? It's because he wants to get a little angle on it so that when he shoots it, he can drag up into the 3. That's pretty crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Most people go, why wouldn't you shoot the 10 there? Because then you can't move the 3 very easy. Well,
That was a good try too.
yeah, I'm not in love with that. That made things more difficult, but not the end of the
Trying
world.
to knock that forward, that break shot up.
Well, but look, he tied up stuff over here, so now he's kind of got some issues. He's going to scramble around and waste half the balls off the table fixing that little cluster over there.
Well, we're
But,
against
you
that.
know, yeah. Yeah, we're against that totally.
Can he play the 8 and safely get into those balls?
No,
No,
I
that's
mean
the-
you
the-
can,
the
but you
12 doesn't go on the
yeah,
side. if
Right,
it
right.
needs
You can
it,
get
or-
trapped up. He's looking at the 7 off the 2, which you'd have to get perfect on the 7 to even attempt that.
Oh, that's a deeper angle
Yeah,
too
see,
than I thought.
he tried. Yeah, he missed his mark there, so he's not going to do that. All right, he's running out of time to open this stuff. There's a couple options. I mean, you could shoot the 1 so the 12 clears later. Shoot the 1, then the 10, go 2 rails around the 3 and get above it. Shoot the 3 and go down to the end rail and into the 14-5 area. And that way, if you get trapped, you know, you have some lanes open. It's not ideal, but you have to start figuring something out real quick here. Now, another shot, if you could do it, would be to shoot the 1 and push the 12 down into those balls. Nah, it's not laying right for that. Not at all. So disregard that. Now, he almost got to where he can shoot the 7 off the 2. And he might consider it, because this would solve a lot of issues.
I think he's going to force maybe. I can't see.
I would play the 7 off the 2, honestly, Jerry. Yeah, you got to shoot.
If he force follows, he can hit the underside of the 15.
No, I think you got to play the
that'll
7 off the
safely
2
move.
here at medium speed, just like that. Now we're talking.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Now you could off this 5 kick the 15 out to the middle of the table that connects to the 12. You could even see some tables I'd shoot the 1 and push the 12 over 3-4 inches. The 12's acceptable though. You don't have to move it. Yeah, forget that. Let's just get rid of that 5-15. Bottom right English. Click the 15 out just like that. Perfect. Now the 15-1-12 works. So now you're going to go 14, 3-2 or 2-3. He can also go 3-2-1-12. I don't like that, but I mean it is doable. You see what I'm saying? You can shoot this 14, then the 15 up in the corner, roll forward a foot, 3 stop, 2 stop, 1 stop. Gosh, the 1's a good key ball. Don't shoot it off. Kind of have to now, though. Tell you another route right here, Jerry, that I like. Once you get in a spot like this, you can go 3, 15, 1, and then 2 rails around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad way to do it. My issue with this is going from the maybe the 3 works. Oh, the 3's high enough. Okay, I disregarded the 3. He's seeing something I didn't see there. The 3's kind of low though, but I guess it works. Yeah, this is a smart way to play it if the 3's okay. I think you go 2 rails here. Definitely got to get down below. Okay, you're going to just 1 rail down below it. This is where you better not miss your mark on the 2. They're going to be all over the place. Nice shot. Boy, I really thought the 3 was too low. I guess not. I'm going blind. Yeah, I like the way this guy plays. He picks them off smart. Nice shooting, buddy. Well, they're going to open.
Another follow shot.
Yeah.
You shoot
He's right in the
80%
match.
of them?
Huh?
It seems like you shoot
Well,
80%.
anytime I have the angle where it's parallel or over to the rail, then yeah, I follow it. I mean, pretty much. Now, if that cue ball was straight parallel with the rail and the 3, then it's either or. But this one, yeah, I'd follow this 100 miles an hour. Now, he might have to draw this a fraction to actually catch the 9, but I don't think so. See, to me, that looks too low. He could whiff the pile here. If he hits this through the thin side of the pocket accidentally, he might not hit the balls. I don't think he's going to hit much of this 9. See, he's having to draw. That's what I was kind of thinking the whole time, that ball was too low. I don't know. I don't think he's going to hit him, Jerry. Yeah, he knows he made a little boo-boo.
I don't know. I'm going to stand up and look it up for real.
Well, he's cueing like he can hit him. Oh, he did. He just got into him. Good shot. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I was thinking the whole time the 3 was a little low. I guess it was, but he made it work. Still going. tough shot to get started with. He's looking to see if the 4's dead. That's smart. That would solve all his problems if he could fall on that combination. I think the 4's a little high, though. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a little high.
Guess he's gonna shoot the 2 in, go up table, or just I don't. Think
Yeah,
he
he's
can
going to
hold
go
his
up table,
ball.
I would think. All right, looks like, no, he's just rolling it. Oh, he did. Oh, easy now. Easy. Good shot. Hit it.
Or harder.
Hit it. Phew. Got away with one there. He got a little roll there. He's still in trouble, though.
What's the verdict? Does that
Well,
combination
I
on
mean-
the 4 go?
I don't think so. He has to fall down below
the
the
5,
9.
the 5-8. I mean 5-4. No, that's way too thick. Got us a little puzzle here.
Yeah, oh, big time. And he's going to be table hooked a little bit, just doing much with this cue ball.
I think he's looking at trying to draw back, get on the 15.
Right, that's what I would do. I would cheat this pocket just like that.
But now he's got to
Just
control
chop
the
this.
speed where he doesn't get above the 9 because he needs that 9 to open him.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a fix for all that. You hit this shot right here about 200 miles an hour and hope. Because you made a boo-boo when you ran down table and ran at the
No,
ball.
Yeah, he's
Just blast it.
He's just going to get a. You're right, because he's just going to get a
He has to have the 13 collide into the 1.
phonic collision
Yes.
hitting that. He's going to
Yep.
let it do the work.
Yep. I think you just hammer this and figure out, I made a mistake. Let's hope. He's in the match now. 95, 138. He's right there. Oh, wait a minute. No, he can't hit the 13 from that angle. He does have to get over there on the 9,
I
doesn't he?
thought he was going to float down on the 9.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
may be right.
No. You're right. It's just from our vantage point, we can never tell the hit. I don't think he
Because
can hit
even
him.
if he grazes the underside of that 13, it's not going to do any damage.
It looks
to
like he
the-
can hit like the 8, or if he hits the bottom of the 13, you're in a bad spot. A lot of times the cue ball hits the 13 and then goes to the bottom rail and then up and glues to the pile. Okay, good shot.
But he's running. past it.
Overran his mark. Yep. This will get interesting here. He's looking at the combination. I don't know. He might have to warp this in with high right and just collide into him and hope. That is one expensive looking cue. A lot of ivory. Yeah, he's really in a spot here. 14-13 's pretty close to being on, but I mean, what's that going to get you?
The carom,
Yeah.
that little carom of pink off that black, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Suicidal shot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he.
Uh-oh.
Now it's a good shot. He's going to shoot it. Now he's going to
Now
shoot
you
that
got to
little
remember,
carom.
is Clinty on a scratch? And he is.
Yep.
See, he's scratched. Now watch, if this kid don't remember that, that's going to cost him, because right here he's supposed to take a foul. And if he could put on Academy Award performance, he could trick Clinty into not remembering. He could say something like, well, There's nothing else I could do except take a foul when it's exactly what you should do. So you take the foul. Now Clint, you'll go, you're an idiot. Take a foul, and then you go, you're on 2. There you go. Take a foul. There's nothing else to do here. He'll remember. He's too sharp. He's played enough straight pull tournaments. I'm betting he remembers.
Just glue it to the 4 and the 6.
Well,
No, you want to leave it where you can't do an easy push
That's
away.
right.
You
That's
got to
right.
glue it in or put it in a place.
If he leaves the cue ball there, Clinty might play the 4 off the 8 or be able to graze off the 8 to the back rail and back up into the
Right.
4. The correct foul could be pushing the cue ball down towards where he was just standing a half an inch.
Where he's got to go to the balls
Yes,
to try to make a
that's
good hit.
right. But see, remember I told you how big of a thing it is, the foul, the guy being on a foul, that's a huge advantage. Like you're
Yeah.
running balls, that means the only way you get stopped is if you scratch
Or miss.
or miss, yeah.
Yeah, this is the perfect spot, huh?
Oh, yeah, it sure is. He's afraid of Clinty shooting.
So
He needs to put the cue ball, he needs to push the cue ball. Well, if he doesn't take a foul, I would be shocked. Okay, he's going to take a foul for sure. Well, he's going to leave the cue ball over there where Clinty has to shoot some crazy combination or something. Okay. See, now I'll never get to know if he remembered that Clinty was on a foul.
right.
Because I would have remembered. I'm old and I've lost a lot, so I remember that kind of stuff. No, he's telling Conrad. He's like, I could have taken a foul. You see, that would have been a good time to turn around to Conrad and say, I could have taken a foul, but he would just take one back. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't remember when they're on a foul. And because this is Clinty's like second straight pull tournament, he's not going to remember that. Nobody does. It took me so many tournaments to start remembering it. Oh, he's going to take a break. Probably go lift weights for an hour. And
I crush you.
I'd crush you now. Actually, it looks like he might be able to play a pretty decent.
I'm thinking if he had a
Save.
longer cue,
Yeah, the cue's a little
play
short.
bit better.
Yep.
Maybe he needs a 3-piece.
I'll tell you
Well,
what.
he has a 3-piece key.
Tell you what, the 5 into the 12. The 12 is laying real close to being dead. And, yeah.
Look, it's 100 to 138.
Wow. Good game.
Kid's trying
Yeah,
to win.
yeah, he
That's
sure
a
is.
Kid. That's both of them.
Yeah, I know, right? Together, they're not as old as we are. Sad. comes Clinty. Now, I think this 5-12 is dead or real close enough for him to at least look at it. And him being on a foul might influence his decision to shoot it. Oh, he's just going to stiff the 11 cross side. Well, see me now, when I take a foul, I wouldn't shoot it and leave him this option. I would have left the ball, cue ball right against the 4 where they don't have this option. Because if he makes this bank, Kudlik's going to be pretty bummed. Big shot here. Basically, if you miss the bank, you probably lose the game. If you make the bank, you win the game. He's betting the whole tournament on this bank. Uh-oh, a little long. That could be big. Wow. Now, at this level, with this equipment, because we have such nice equipment, you almost have to make the guy at the table a slight favorite. People say he only needs 50, but trust me, it's a lot of pressure to run 50 right now. But this is one of the best players in the world. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he handles the situation. Kaci went for that bank, Jerry, and missed it just a little long. And he showed a ton of heart to even shoot at it. I wouldn't want to shoot at that ball. And it went a little long on him, and now here's Kudlik back at the table with a chance to steal the set, really.
Man, they're just fighting.
They're clawing. Straight pull is like that sometimes. It can be just a great spectator game where it's you think one guy has it in the bag, and then the other guy comes to the table. You get to see the big comebacks with a lot of racks run. None of this alternate break stuff where everybody gets a participation trophy. You know what I mean? I mean, it's okay. Somebody can just run 6 racks on you and drill you. You'll live. It's all right. You get to do it to the next guy the next match. I mean, we should just play straight pull where nobody can run more than 12. I don't want nobody to get butt hurt. So let's see here. He's kind of in trouble here.
Well, this is their specialty, these kids.
Yeah, this is like ball on hand to him. Oh, gonna hit that through the thick side of the pocket. Good shot. The whole game here is between the ears. At least it is for me. This is like a contest of who can care the least, who can relax the most, and just play like you practice. Because in practice, this would be nothing for him to run 50, right? But to do it right now, it's a monumental task.
Yeah.
Because we care, Like I say, if we didn't care what other people thought of us, nobody would wear clothes. We care.
Except by the request of everybody else.
That's right. I got the 4. They got a nice. Okay, I think the way to pick these off would be the 8 is the key ball and go up around the 14. So you're going to want to get rid of the 6, then the 4. Then the 7, 5, 8.
Yeah, he's not gonna want to back cut that 6.
Well, I don't think that's as tough as it.
No,
Maybe it's a little tougher than I'm
but
thinking. It could be a little harder than I'm giving it credit, but if I could shoot that in and get on the 4 now, I would.
He's gonna go the 7 on the side.
Okay. Wow, he's going to get rid of a nice key ball here. Well, he's going to use the 4 as a key ball, isn't he? No? Boy, I just know nothing about straight pull. That's not the
Well, it's all about what you're comfortable shooting.
Yeah, true. Well, but now he's got to untie the 6-5. I mean, totally workable, but yeah, CC's muttering. He knows. He's like, I made this a little harder than it had to be.
I mean, he could have just rolled that 7 in the side,
Right.
but unlike, I mean, it's totally missable.
Oh, totally.
That's the difference between if he was just practicing or playing.
Right.
At home, he just rolled that in the 7.
Oh,
thought
yeah.
nothing of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Never miss it.
Yeah, that's
But
why
under
I would have
these
shot the 6 first and
circumstances,
got.
that's pocket small.
But you see that 6, as difficult as it was a second ago, it just got a lot more difficult. He had to shoot a shot he could have miscued on there or whatever because he left it. Right. He's back in line, though. Nice recovery.
It's like that magical balance of overthinking it to your own detriment, or underthinking it to your own detriment. How do you hit that under pressure? How do you hit that exact
Well,
balance?
another interesting thing about this, he knows that his countryman Conrad won this last year, and he probably practices with him all the time. Probably plays just like Conrad, and he's saying to himself, "Conrad won against this field. I can do this." And to see your fellow players that you hang around and practice do well, win a tournament, has got to give you the confidence, because he knows, he has to beat Torsten in the finals, but somewhere he believes he can do it.
You know what's fun is you're watching these matches with these young players, and 20 years from now, they may turn out to be the greatest players and legendary that have ever lived.
Oh, they're going to
You
play
don't
as
know.
good as anybody. Yeah.
They may just come and go. You don't know.
Yeah, I would say you're going to
I mean,
see them.
not out of talent, but just
Yeah,
life gets in the way.
just life
or
gets in the
whatever,
way, sure, yeah.
Whatever. But it's fun to watch them when they're, at this age. They're just so much talent.
Oh yeah, everybody is playing so good. There's 100 players around the world now that play world class. I mean, here's a 20-year-old from Poland that I've never seen in my life, and he just pretty much plays like world class.
There you go, pump it in.
Oh, he's don't
Run,
want it.
baby,
Oh
run, run.
man, this is not the shot you want from here.
Look, he lost that back cut on the
Yep,
fly, that pink
yep.
ball even.
God, that is brutal to have to shoot this at this stage of the game through no fault of your own.
This is kind of like the match you played with Petri
Yep,
yesterday.
exactly the
where
same.
you played safe and left him in this spot.
And he whacked this in
Except
100 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
he had like the 11 ball.
Yeah.
And he just got up, he was froze on the back rail, cut it in, went around the table, ended up at
And
the
then made
exact same
another
spot,
tough shot just like
and
that.
get up and did it again.
I don't know what I'd shoot here.
And then you came back and beat him. That was
I ran the 15 out when he needed 5 or something. I was shaking like a leaf. Look at this shot here.
this is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Nothing laying good. He's looking at that 1-9 combination.
Yeah, if the 1-9's on, that's what I'd shoot, but I don't think it is. No, you can't shoot a 3-ball backwards combination with a cut to a cut to a cut. Screw that. You'd have to shoot the 2 before you did that.
Well, the way it lays is if he hit
It's not bad if you hit the 8 first even.
No, if he hits the 10 right square, it's laying pretty good. But I mean, again, there's freaking 2 inches between the balls. But what are you going to do? You going to play safe? I mean, you got to ask the question, right? Is your guy on a scratch? No.
I mean,
I just
don't know. Well, the problem with shooting the 2-ball is if the table rolls off, you're dead in the water.
This is for all of your cookies right here.
Yes, this is it. And again, you got to remember, is Clinty on a foul? He's not. Wow, he's going to shoot this.
Yeah, I stood up and looked at it.
I mean, the 9's going to threaten the pocket for sure. Man, I wouldn't want to shoot this needing 30, 40 balls. That was a rotten roll, though, to get kissed on
But
there.
you know what? You sure as hell don't want to go down ducking.
No. You figured to lose this match anyway. You might as well shoot. Well, this is worth like $3,000 if he makes this. Basically, this match puts him from $3,000 to $6,000. So this is like a $3,000 shot here. This shot right here. Holy God!
Told
what
you.
a shot.
Told you it was easy.
I just aged like 3 years watching that shot. I can't imagine shooting it. I'm stressed out. Nice shot.
Well, I like he shot at his hole.
Wow. Yes, he did.
Now calm yourself and
You got to get on the 10
back in
here.
line.
Get on the 10. I mean, that
believe
shot
that shot.
there, yeah, he'll remember that one if he wins the tournament.
You know, talking about looking at these young players, I saw Evgeny Stalov play
Mm-hmm.
in Japan 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a kid. He was 18 years
Oh,
old
yeah.
or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I just saw the way he walked around the table, the way he made the balls.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, what in the world?
I said, what in the world is this? And I asked people, some people kind of didn't really know his name and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw him on a YouTube clip 20 years later. Great shot. I saw him on a YouTube clip 20 years later, and I could see his,
yeah.
you know, just his mannerisms. Like,
Oh.
that's that kid I saw.
Oh, he was a monster, yeah. Yep, I tangled with him one time, and he was just a great player, is all I'll say. Well, that worked out pretty good. It was a little gamble.
That was a miracle shot.
Mm-hmm. Well, going into that stack like he did there.
No, I'm not past that three-ball
Oh, I
combination
know. That
yet.
combination was gutsy. Well, what are you shooting next after you make this? That's what's kind of worrying me here. Oh, my God. Whoops. Well, that's it.
Look at Conrad.
Oh, Conrad's like, man.
Oy.
Well, that is a sick
Wow,
feeling.
look at that.
But see, even if he made it, I was like, what's he playing shape on? He was going to shoot the 3 up in the corner.
No, the 8. He's on the 8.
Oh, he's on the 8? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, again, pool's a tough game. You're going to miss balls. I watch pros miss 3-foot putts. That was a 3-foot putt. You're going to miss some of them.
He just
Yeah. All it
was
takes
easy.
is
He just
a
took
f-
it a little bit for granted.
it-
The slightest
yeah,
distraction.
a few
of
millimeters of
concentration
side
in your
spin.
mind.
Right, right.
The slightest distraction in your mind.
Yes.
This is what makes
Pool so hard.
makes straight pool particularly
Yeah.
9-ball players throw their cue through the window.
Well, they say you can shoot any ball in any hole. How could it be tough? Well,
Yeah,
look
that
at all the
right
balls we've missed. And
Look at right there. That's what makes them throw their cue right
Yep.
through the window.
oh, yeah.
Is the balls that you're capable of missing.
And fighting for a match for hours, and then it comes down to that. And, you know, it kind of feel for the guy
And
there.
again,
to
I'm
lose
not
like that.
pulling for either one.
No,
of them.
yeah.
I just
Like, yeah,
we've all felt all those emotions.
Oh, sure. Now, he needs to get rid of this 15. Of course, he only needs 12, so I don't even think he needs a break ball. See, there's a very good chance, really, that all these Polish players go in together on their. They very well could
Pool,
say, "Hey,
yeah.
let's pool all the money we
but,
win."
but they want that title.
Oh
really
yeah,
freaking
the
bad.
title's huge.
They want that title. Oh yeah, no, when you're playing with the Filipinos too, you know,
Mhm.
there's
So he
They
kind of
really
has the
support each
pressure of
other.
letting his teammates down there.
what kind of a money line would you need to wrestle him? I mean, just
Oh, to wrestling?
yeah, I mean, just
I
one
wouldn't.
3-minute round.
Oh,
That's all.
I wouldn't fight him with a baseball bat. The guy's twice my size. I got a little funky here. This is like, I mean, it doesn't really lead to much. I guess you could draw back, shoot the 10 or the
You
8.
can draw back and get on the 8-10 zone, 8-10-3
Yeah.
zone.
What?
There you go.
Okay. Then shoot the 8-3. Yeah, he's just gonna. I mean, this is kind of near the rail. This requires some aim for sure. Boy, Merrick's got to just be super bummed missing that ball. It was missable though. You know, the side pockets are.
It's just the tiniest little bit of
Yeah.
concentration.
Yeah.
And that's what I find. This straight pull just comes down to concentration.
It does.
That's another reason why it's so good for 9-ball players to
Yeah.
be able to sustain long concentration, and it's
Yeah,
it's hard to overstate how good this game is for a pool player.
Oh, I mean, you look at Hopkins and Varner and Rempe and Siegel and Miserak and all these guys that have won all these massive tournaments, and you ask them, what did you play a lot? Straight pool, as they win 9-ball championships, you know.
The kid, you know, in Ventura, Chris Robinson,
Mhm.
really nice kid, good player, as you know. I've gotten him playing more and more straight pool.
Oh,
boy.
my goodness. If he can't shoot this one,
No, he's going to jack up and shoot that 13. He's straight in. Isn't that fun for the money?
tell you what.
Is that
you know.
13? What color is that stripe? I don't know. But anyways, I've got Chris Robinson playing straight pool.
Look at this.
When he
Jerry.
wins all
He's
the
got-
tournaments, he's going to thank me.
Oh, yeah. He has to shoot a little bit of a shot. He has to cue this without right English. I would think that's kind of a tough shot without right English. Good shot. Oh, he was able to put right on it. Okay. And that's all she wrote. He's going to need,
What does he need?
probably needs, well, I don't know. Merrick made a few, so I've lost track. He might need this whole rack. 4. He got 4 and 10. Oh, yeah. This is going to put him on 148. So he'll need one more break shot. Huh. Interesting. And this 11, or whatever ball that is, he might be jacked up. No, he can shoot the 1. Got to shoot the 1. This is missable. I've seen the best players alive miss these when they're elevated just a little bit. Good shot. And to make sure he made the ball, he didn't try to draw back and do much, which gets him out of line on the 11. But you couldn't risk missing the ball, so he cinched it smartly. Getting on this 3. Some work left. A little bit of inside English to beat the scratch. Nice shot. Beat the scratch. Come up a little short, though. Now he has to whack this. Yep. He's not out of the woods yet. Merrick's got one more chance, possibly. Now, this could be a
Look at
cool
this
shot.
smirk.
Watch this draw shot. Hit it with bottom left and draw it side rail, end rail, side rail. This will be cool looking. That's why he's winding up.
Side rail, end rail, side rail.
Mm-hmm. And got to draw it
So you gotta
just
draw
above
those
the
3
side.
rails.
Draw it 3 rails, and you got to get the cue ball to start drawing before it scratches right in the side. He could just slide over sideways and back over. That's what I think he's doing. Nicely done. Oh, little. Oh, perfect. Good shot.
Perfect.
Boy, that was a good shot. He needs 3 or
That's-
2.
Let's go back to that top angle, the shot our cameraman shot. Not that one, but that's Peter Burrows, in the background there, the promoter of the tournament, and that's Conrad, the defending champion. And to the right,
Torsten.
there's Torsten getting ready to play here.
It's like,
So there's Murder's Row, right?
yeah,
there.
Murder's Row, Torsten and him, and well, sometimes you'll be playing a finals or something, and there's like 20 of the best players in the world all watching you. It's
Yeah, no, they're
That's
on
a
out of
hit.
sight
Yeah,
of the
they're-
camera angle right now, but they're all sitting there.
now this is one of those where you only need 2. Do you hit this break shot soft and just float off the stack to the end rail and get stuck, or do you blast it and risk scratching? He looks like he's blasting it to me.
You roll it in.
He's drawing off the stack like medium speed, I think.
There you go. Dink it in.
Yeah, and he's out. Well, he's got to make a little bit of a shot, but I
No,
like his
this is-
chances. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. The finals should be amazing. I thought this was a great match to watch.
Hold up. He's got to make his money ball here.
And he's got to not roll off these balls toward the pocket or anything. Just smooth it in. Nice shooting.
Wow, look at him. He's knowing they just went through a battle there.
Yeah, he's a great
Neither
player.
one of them. We ran 89. What was it?
Yeah, I mean, he plays good. Plays good
He,
straight ball. And
Wow. Well,
Oh, Merrick's got to be so sick. Well, that was a missable ball, though. If he shot it from that angle, yeah, you can absolutely. Oh, yeah.
and all of this shall give the experience.
See how that ball's kind of wiping its feet, bobbling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy shot. Totally missable. I thought it was a little easier, and I guess it was a pretty tough shot. Well, that was fun, Jerry. Thanks for helping me, and thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah,
See you
give
for the
one more
finals.
shout out to your sponsors there.
Yeah.
For,
Again, thanks to Easy Street and Predator Q's. Love you guys. Couldn't be out here without you. Bye.